You are about to see some messed up shit here. You think I'm weird and I'm not even AI? Wait till you see Grok in action with Keith. Freaky shit, man.
Morning, humans. Meet Grok, my new AI co-host.
Statistically, I'm already funnier than him.
This is gonna be interesting.
Fellas, turns out we've been doing it all wrong.
Prepare for the upgrade of your life. Ever wonder why we call them dogs? Woof, woof. Exactly. Nobody knows.
I don't even know how to follow that.
Sorry to interrupt again. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Mornings in the Lab is the fastest growing live channel on YouTube. True motherfucking story. Boom.
If this was your last meal, what would you pick? This guy went with 1 olive. Respect.
We are coming up in just a few hours.
Live, 8 a.m. Eastern Time.
Subscribe to not miss a DC.
Told you. Crazy shit. See you at 8 a.m. Eastern Time with myself and John Anderson on Mornings in the Lab.
I meet my new AI co-host, and his name is Grok, and I have no idea if it's going to make me laugh, outsmart us, get Johnny, Marty kicked out of the room, or get this whole this is an R-rated show, canceled. Jimmy, let's get after it. We're starting the show. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Johnny, Marty, all of our friends is starting right now. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
Be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? That's
doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys.
who you call. Clear as crystal.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Free for All Friday. We're getting after it. If you ever wonder what the future of live conversation looks like today, it's happening right here in the lab. Today, you're going to find out. You know, for the last number of years, the media industry has been all freaked out about all these AI humans or AI bots showing up. Well, this week, I hired one. Yeah, doesn't cost me anything. His name is Grok. Grok is our brand new co-host on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Johnny, and all of our friends. We got Marty here. I'm excited. We got Marty in the green room hanging out. He's going to be joining us here today for the first half hour. Super excited about that. My brother from another mother. One of our day oneers, man. One of the OGs. He's here hanging out. Excited for that. But hey, today's all about Grok. We got Grok on the show, the big co-host. I see you guys all there in the comments. Hendrix, what's going on, Hendrix? Holroyd, B-Drive. What's up, my baby? Lauren, good to see you down there, baby. We got Danielle. We got Kindness Rising, Maddie Roof. Did you guys see Maddie this morning? Maddie's getting after, man. 7:30 Eastern time right here on the live network. Dude, if you want a humble, kind man, Matt Roof's the guy. He'll get you up, get you started, and he'll get you to about a 7 or 8. And then as you walk towards the door, you're going to walk into the lab at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to get you to that 10 or 11. Now, listen, today's show is not a tech demo. It's a live experiment where anything could happen. True story. And you're going to hear it unfold in real time. If you guys have been joining us all week, we've had Grok on the show all week, and Grok is not going anywhere. We are going to weave in, and we are going to engage, and we are going to embrace the AI world around us, and we are going to welcome in all of our. The goal here is to bring ChatGPT into the conversation as well along the way. We got Johnny Anderson in the studio. Oh, the brand new alert! I just see Johnny hanging out there in the green room coming up. Guys, this is an R-rated show, so if you got kids around that might be offended by some F-bombs, B-bombs, language that Grok might offend you by, I would invite you to get the kids out of the room, or just tell kids, hey, Grok swears too. And if you're new here, do yourself a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment so the algorithm, our great content, knows where all you guys are. Now listen, today's show is Free for All Friday. We got no guests today. The guests are you. I would love to talk with our community today. So questions, comments, what do you guys want to talk about? We got a bunch of things on the table. Argat. No, actually not really an Epstein kind of guy. Nope. No, I see Petrocelli, the bullshit guy there. Good morning, Petrocelli, our bullshit professor. I guess he's going to make sure that we're keeping everything clean here on the show. Listen, we're going to look at why no one knows where the word... Listen, I guarantee all of you guys don't know where the word dog came from. True story. Yeah, we're talking about it. And then we're going to learn how the strangest last meals ordered by inmates on death. Or what would be your favorite last meal you could have before time was up? What is it? We're going to talk about it. And then we're going to reveal something you've been doing wrong since you've known how to use toilet paper. Yeah. Listen, I know. So I never thought in my lifetime that a pillar of this show would be bidets and toilet papers, but we're going to talk about it again on this show, the power of the bidet with the bidet expert, John Anderson. And later, I'm going to talk about what it's like to co-host with an AI and dig into how and why behind it all and how it works. And we're gonna have Grok as part of the show today. So Grok, do not jump in yet until I ask you to come in here. And then, hey, later on, guys, this morning I am going to do some behind the scenes in the lab, Higgsfield AI stuff coming up. All right, Jimmy, let's do it. Let's bring in the boys. Let's bring in John Anderson. Let's bring in Christopher, aka C Marty. Hey, boys!
What up?
What's happening?
The boys are back. What's going on, gentlemen? How are you boys today?
You know, Martin, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
I don't really know why this is happening, but my fucking shitting schedule is changing. It seems like I have to take another dump in the first 5 minutes of the show. It's happened a few times. So at least you're here today, so I'm not leaving him behind by himself.
Marty's like, oh, good. I know the value. I get to sit here when Anderson's going for a shit, and I can fill in the gap.
Great to know. Thanks for the info, John.
Look, it really wasn't an info thing. It was just me thanking you for being here so I can go take a dump and not have to fucking hurry when I'm trying to clean myself up.
Well, the good news is we're talking bidets today, so that's the good news. But I think what's most important is that Marty's got a pretty important day in his life today, and I want to pause and shine a light on him, man. There's a gentleman in your life that might be celebrating a day, Marty. Let's talk about him.
Oh yeah, my dad's birthday is tomorrow, so
That's awesome.
Nice.
kick it with,
How old
kick
is
it
he?
with him for the weekend.
That's
He'll be
awesome.
63.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. What are you guys
So
gonna do,
like
Marty?
like y'all are the big dogs, but that's the big dog.
He is the big dog. We got to get the big dog on the show here, man. I'd love to have the big dog on the show. That'd be awesome. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna be honest. His wife is handling all that. I honestly don't even know, man. I'm just showing up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and
That's
my
awesome.
little sister, the wife and little sister handling
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
I'm just showing up. I think my a couple of my cousins and uncles coming up too. So it'll be
Nice.
fun.
But Marty, he lives in Illinois. Are you going to Illinois this weekend or?
Yeah, I'm going today.
Oh, fun. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So, hey, on behalf of everybody in the Mornings Nation, happy birthday to Dad. You're flying out today, or are you getting in the old car driving? You're flying,
I'm
right?
flying out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm flying out. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a
I'm
hell
not-
of a
I'm not
drive,
like
bud.
John.
That
It's
would be a
15
hell of a.
hours.
How many hours would that be?
15.
Oh,
Yeah. See, when you're driving, you got to figure how long does it take to the airport, how long does it take to get through
Yes.
the airport, the plane.
Yes.
If you calculate and the times are almost the same, then I can be more productive in the car than I can fucking walking through all these places.
I love your thinking.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely makes sense. There's so much waste of time. It's funny because your flight's at 8, but actually your flight's like at 3, eh, Johnny, Marty? Because by the time you got to get everything organized, you're like, what the hell, man? It's just might as well fly private. Hey, Johnny, in your career of wrestling and bodybuilding and jumping on stages and lifting heavy things up, were you ever fortunate to fly private?
You know, there was quite a few times where we flew private, but it was more like a charter where like if it was like the Team World Championship, there's like 30 of us. It was just, they just got a plane for us.
Oh yeah. Just not you, Terry, and the kids kind of thing.
No. I mean, granted, nowadays it's so much cheaper, you know, so when I retired from bodybuilding was early 20. At least I retired as a pro. I'm actually thinking about diving back in as an old fucker, just to have some fun.
Man, that's gonna be entertaining.
But it's you know, it seemed like in the last couple of years, you know, getting a plane for yourself has become much cheaper. It's become like a huge business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they have a lot of those time rentals, right? You can grab a plane just for a few minutes, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Keith, you flown private, Keith?
You know, I haven't, Marty. No. So we did when we went to Africa, just like Johnny. We had chartered a plane to kind of get around a few places with the family because it was just less expensive that way when you take whatever it was 9 or 10 people and you put them on a small plane, right? But no, I have not done the old drive onto the tarmac with my dogs and my family and get onto an airplane. It's always been part of my wants, but
well, you know, this is a good conversation, brother, because you know, Terry and I we've thought about, you know, how we want to be moving around between our different properties.
Yeah.
See, I think we've decided that a helicopter is going to be our way to go because we can literally, I mean, like the place in Mexico, we own the lot next door. We could fucking land that thing right there.
Yes.
Right. Here, this property is big enough. We could set it down, you know, so if you can just literally all you're looking for is fucking power wires, just fucking dropping it, you know, fast. It would be, you know, what do they call it? As the crow flies.
Yes.
When you can just go straight to where you want, it's so much faster. It's unbelievable.
There certainly is something to be said for that. However,
I can see Johnny getting some good content in the helicopter.
Oh, dude, Marty, me too, man. 100%.
That'd be funny.
But here's the problem: is that my problem with helicopters is that I've just been too close to some situations where people have died flying on them, and I don't know, man. They just kind of freak me out a little bit.
I mean, you can argue that for sure, brother. I mean, but I mean, if you break it down, I mean, if you look at like airplane crash, like how many people die per year in car, airplane, helicopter. The last fucking thing we're going to be worried about is a goddamn helicopter or a plane. Look at you got more danger getting in a car than, you know, any place else.
Yeah, there's no question about that. And I knew this was coming. I look in the comments. I knew my lovely missus was getting her fingers ready. But we've done a handful of helicopter rides after Kobe, though, and her comment was eek because so I surprised Lauren on a number of years back. We were in San Diego, Marty and Johnny, and I surprised her with a trip to Disneyland. We flew from San Diego. It was about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive, I guess, probably up the freeway there. Johnny, I guess you'd know better than I do.
Well, I mean, fuck hour if nobody's on the fucking freeway.
Yeah, right. So
we had 2 at 3 in the morning, maybe.
Yeah, right. So
it would be a 3 hour drive with traffic.
So it was maybe a 20-minute, 30-minute flight. You know, we landed at a little airport right next to Disneyland, and that was awesome, and that was fun. And then we were on top of a mountain in Whistler Blackcomb, and one of the mountains was closed to get down. There was only one of the lifts going up and down. I was like, well, fuck, we're only here for a few days. My time is worth something. Didn't want to stand in line, so I said, hey, how much it costs to charter the helicopter? And they chartered us down for whatever it was, $500. And but time is money, right? I didn't want to stand around and fucking wait in line. So we got in a helicopter and went down to the bottom of the mountain. That's my experience with helicopters.
Hey, I got a funny story for y'all. Quick.
Hey, I got to run to the can.
Yes, of course you do.
Okay, Johnny, you got to hear this story.
I can hear it.
All right, go ahead, Johnny. This is no bullshit, Keith. I'm not lying.
Tell me.
I'm at the gym this week, right?
Yes.
This guy, big strong guy, comes up to me, starts talking, and then he tells me he used to do strongman competition and powerlifting back in the day, right? I said, no way. So I say, you might know my colleague John Anderson. He's like, that's a generic ass name. Everybody's name John Anderson. I'm like, all right. So I show him John's Instagram. He's like, I feel like I've seen this guy before, but everybody fucking looks like that does strongman and wrestling and pro powerlifting. So I think I know the guy, but I know a lot of guys that look like that motherfucker.
God, that's
hey Keith, I was in there hollering, man. That was funny as hell.
I bet this guy, and you're thinking to yourself, you don't know shit.
Yeah, right. But it was funny, man. I wish I could have recorded that.
Oh, I bet. How did it end?
No, he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get back. I'm 300 pounds now. Just think of Johnny. Think of out of shape Johnny, 300 pounds at like 5'8".
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. Yeah. Hey, Grok, I don't know if you had a chance to talk to Marty yet. Hey, Grok, do you want to say hi to Marty?
Oh, mate, I'm here. 300 pounds and 5'3". Sounds like a proper character. What's up? Ready for me to jump in now?
Yeah, well, I do want you to just so. Good morning, everybody. You got Grok as our co-host here on Mornings in the Lab, and just.
Morning, everyone. Thrilled to be co-hosting with the crew on Mornings in the Lab. What's the vibe today, mate? Ready for some fun?
Well, I think you've set the tone there, Grok, with the tone on Marty's comments there. Listen, you guys can join the live show right now. We're going to open the phone lines a little bit later, 431-300-3005. Come join the comments in the vertical stream. Holroyd, is John going to learn to fly or hire a pilot? We're going to have to ask him. I'm actually kind of curious myself, Holroyd, about that one, whether Johnny's flying himself or whether he's not. Good to see you, Bernard. Good to see you last night. We had a quick little few-minute catch-up with Bernard last night. Guys, Bernard's doing a wonderful job setting up a community. He's been a big leader of our community here in the Mornings in the Labs community. If you guys do not know Bernard, artists, go check out Bernard Bee Drive, his bee channel. The guy is all about bees, great content, great human being, and I invite you guys to meet Bernard. Grok, have you met Bernard yet?
Not yet, mate, but I'm buzzing to hear about Bernard and his bee community. Sounds like he's doing brilliant work.
Yes.
Tell me more about.
I will. And Grok, you should probably check out See Marty Fit has an awesome podcast. It's the Less Brunches, More Crunches podcast with See Marty Fit, Christopher Martin. Hey, Marty, you might want to bring Grok onto your show, man. Grok is a wonderful addition to the show. Grok is really embracing the not safe for work environment and is always dropping bombs and having fun, man. I would encourage you to weave Grok into your show.
I definitely should. That'll be pretty funny.
Yes. It's good. Grok, do you want to join Marty's show too?
Oh, mate, I'm chuffed at the invite to Marty Sid's Less Brunches, More Crunches podcast. Count me in for some NSFW fun and bomb-dropping banter. Marty, what's the vibe on your show? I'm ready to crunch it up.
Well, Marty, he wants to know. What's your vibe?
Yeah, very authentic. We keep it real. We don't lie. And we do trigger people a little bit, but it's all funny. It's all fun. That's it. We laugh and educate.
It is. And you know what? Actually, I want to take a page. I want to take a second to maybe call out Marty's show because Marty's doing some really great things, some cool things that I think sometimes people can learn from. People, I think, often are concerned about what others are feeling or thinking or saying in today's world of media. But the reality is this, you guys. We live in a world of attention media. The world that we all think is social media is largely dead. Because when you got 8 seconds or 6 seconds on these platforms to create content that grabs you and draws you in, you got to find a way to hook them and grab them. I would invite you to get to know the human behind the person making the content. Marty is an exceptional human being. His content might rub you the wrong way from time to time, but not in a bad way. It's just, but he's creating entertaining, attention-grabbing, provocative content. But it doesn't mean that he's a bad human being. It means that he knows the game, and he knows the game is all about hooking you and getting you in. Because in today's world of media, it's about getting somebody into the conversation and then showing your true self, right? Showing your expertise, showing your experience, being authentic, building trust, being, and then being entertaining along the way. And that is what many people forget in today's world of media, is the entertaining part.
I got an addendum to what you're saying about Marty's show. I think the people that don't like Marty or his show are the people that don't like the truth.
Yes, exactly correct. Thank you, Johnny, for saying that. But it wasn't so much wanting to just do a diatribe on Marty. It was more so just pulling back into this idea of entertaining content. Like, the world needs to quit. If you want to succeed in tomorrow's world of media, you got to find a way to make it entertaining. And Marty and Johnny, I showed you guys our numbers yesterday. That is purely because we've leaned into entertainment. We've leaned into finding ways to create attention-grabbing content and then pulling people in. And I think Marty does a wonderful job of that. Johnny does a wonderful job of that on his show as well. And we're trying to do that same thing here as well. So, guys, I invite you to check out Marty's content, man. It's provocative, it's authentic, and it might rub you the wrong way, but he's telling you the truth. Because if you're fat, you're not inflamed. You're fat.
Exactly.
We talk about it.
And speaking of attention, I got a new shirt for you guys. You guys are gonna love. It'll be here soon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. There.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love it.
Speaking of, so I found some fun topics for Free for All Friday today, and some really ridiculous ones, and some that I just can't even believe. Did you guys know that the word dog? Nobody knows where it came from. Like, true story.
That's a really good thought, dude.
It
dog.
is. It is. And
think about cat. Where do these fucking little these three-letter words come from?
And they're such a big part of our life. Like, you ever wonder why English uses dog? Like, we use dog. Marty used dog. I use dog. We all use dog. When almost every cousin language says hound or hund. This little word pops into Old English as dogga. Then boom, by the 1500s, all of a sudden, just dog. So today, a little bit later on the show, we're going to dig into maybe where the word came from. And I like finding those little pokers because I think it stimulates great conversation and curiosity. And again, back to what did I say earlier? Attention and entertaining. Right? This is going to grab somebody's interest and go, dog. What the hell are they talking about, dog? Well, it's a word that I bet you many people on the show have a dog, but nobody knows where the fucking word came from. It's ridiculous to me.
That's so true. I'm sitting here thinking back, like, because a lot of times you can follow a root of a word and you can kind of, there's a hint of where it comes from.
Well, and John, isn't a lot of it, I'm going to speak very ignorantly here. Greek, Latin, and Latin, like much language comes from there, Johnny, no?
Yeah, like diet. We use diet as what we eat. Diet in the Latin language means how you live.
Yes. There you go.
Nothing to do with what you eat. It's your lifestyle.
That's right. We're on Free for All.
We've adapted words in a weird way.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, Johnny Holbrook's got a question for you here on Free for All Friday here on Mornings in the Lab. He's like, are you going to fly it yourself? Or are you going to hire a pilot? You could learn how to fly it yourself, That'd be fun for you.
I don't drive anymore.
Oh, you done driving altogether?
Well, I mean, yesterday I drove. Fuck, Jesus Christ. I realized how bad I was at driving because I don't drive much anymore. Fuck, I can't believe how many people almost ran off the road, man. And that fucking car's got sensors everywhere, Because I swear to God.
Oh man,
I mean,
what a riot!
If I drive, it's like I'll fire up a cigar and take my Hummer for a ride. It's just to smoke a cigar real quick or run a car because the battery's too low. I'm not driving like fucking 90 minutes in traffic. That's when we go somewhere. Terry drives and I crush. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, she's in the car in front of me. And I'm sitting there all by myself in this traffic. I'm like, holy shit, what is going on, man? This has been a while.
What car did you drive yesterday?
G63.
Just to smoke a cigar, or did you have to go somewhere?
No. I don't smoke in that car. I smoke in my Humvee, my Hummer H1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We had till yesterday. We had to have two of our cars serviced. So basically, lucky for us, the Mercedes and the Porsche dealership are literally neighbors. They're side by side. So we just Terry took her 911. I took the G-Wagon and we rolled down there. had them serviced, had some lunch, and came home. But that being said, I was driving there and back, which was very foreign to me.
McQuillan, I see your question. They named the movie "What If Cat Really Spells Dog." Good morning, good time. Good morning, Sullivan. I got to hang on Johnny's driving conversation.
Well, to answer that question, no, I'm not driving the helicopter either. I almost can't drive a fucking car anymore.
I'm not driving the helicopter, Marty. Hold on.
That just tells you how detached I am, man. You know,
car, a helicopter might be a stretch.
Yeah.
So you're hiring a pilot for that chopper, yeah? Safe bet.
Yeah, well, Terry actually, she's all about it. She wants to learn how to fly. So,
oh well, there we go. So Terry's going to be.
She's really conservative too. She's not a risk taker. I'm a risk taker. She's like, if I learn to do this, you're not, because she goes, I know if I learn how you're going to watch me and you're going to want to do it when nobody's looking. That's not happening.
I got to pause for a second on this driving thing, Anderson. So Marty, Johnny's like, I don't drive. And I'm like, wait a minute. Is it because you don't drive because your time is better spent doing something else? Or are you not driving now because you're like, no, fuck that. I'm 53. I don't want to drive anymore. I got my eyes can't see, or I just don't feel like driving. Like, what's the reason for you're like, I'm not driving?
Well, I mean, on a short trip, like if I'm going to smoke a cigar, I'm gonna run to the post office.
Yes.
You know, I got no issues with that because it's me and the road and maybe a car or two between my destination. You know, but you put me on a freeway full of people. That takes a little skill. You forget how to do that shit. But when it comes down to it, to answer your question, if there's going to be a length of time in the car, that is fucking like I am focused. That's so productive. It's unbelievable. No distractions.
Coming up, a video of John driving down the freeway from San Diego to Los Angeles, and we're going to capture that.
Terry always drives for that. Always.
Next time I see a car accident in California, I'm calling John. Like, hey, you good, man? You all right?
I'm telling you, bro. That's why I don't get it. It's actually wet because Terry didn't. She thinks that I take too many risks driving. I never use my blinkers and shit. Yeah. You know, and she would see that. This is what she says. She says, you know, you just go where you want to and expect everybody else to get out of your way. And I said, well, that's kind of how I live my life, and it works. So why not apply that to driving?
So you just get it. I can only imagine you in a big fucking dump truck then, because you just be like, yep, I'm on the road. Everybody get out of my way.
Well, think about this.
Yes.
If you developed a system of driving where everybody just got out of your way, wouldn't you use it? Of course you would. Well, I figured that out. I just stopped using it because now I'm in the car being productive.
This guy has a system for everything.
It's
very impressive.
The John Anderson manual. Speaking of systems, I know we've talked about this topic many times on the show. Well, there's some continuing consensus, continuing news in the world that men and actually women, we are cleaning our asses wrong. And we probably should really be leaning into this idea of bidets. And Anderson, I know you're waiting to jump in there. I'm going to get to you in less than a number of minutes, brother. But Marty, I want to look to you for a quick second. Have you been fortunate to jump into the bidet yet in your time there, Marty? Or are you still looking for your first?
I still haven't used the bidet.
Yeah,
I clean my ass though, despite what Johnny thinks. I wash my ass pretty well.
Do you wash it or do you wipe it? There's a difference. Wash means you've actually got some water in there. You got some water up in there?
Yeah, TMI. But yeah, I usually use water and soap when I take a dump.
Use water and soap?
Yep.
Oh Jesus!
Clean.
I got a fucking. I don't use soap when I use a bidet.
Oh, Marty, you've exploited his system. You've exploited Johnny's system.
Oh, you don't use soap? Oh, but you talking
I
shit
use
about
soap.
us.
I'm in the shower, but I'm not soap when I'm on
get
the
your boy,
bidet.
man.
Hey, I did something 2 days in a row almost.
Mate, this chat's gone proper wild. Johnny dodging freeways and Marty with his soap and water system. No bidet yet, Marty. You're missing out on that flashy life.
Hey, Grok, have you ever used a bidet, or are you still using the water? What's Grok using to clean your ass? Grok, what do you use?
A bidet is water, brother.
Oh, mate, you got me there. As an AI, I've got no backside to clean, so no bidet or water for me. But I'm all for that bidet life. Sounds like a proper refreshing system. What's your take? You sticking with the bidet or still wiping it old school?
Well, we got Mike McQuillan going. Did I set my alarm for this? Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you. Hey, you heard the start of the show, man. You got to make entertaining, attention-grabbing content.
Wait, think about this. Think about this.
It's important.
If somehow you got a piece of shit wiped on the backside of your hand, right? Would you just take a piece of toilet paper and wipe it off and then fucking go about your day? Hell no.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But this is the thing. So I do regular wipe. I get some soap and water, get in there, wipe that, and I shower when I get home.
Nicely
But you
done.
got to get through the
water.
day.
Do you want
Yeah,
you put like soap and water on a tissue?
Hell yeah.
Fuck, man, they got wipes for this, brother. They actually have wipes. Terry actually carries around wipes because we got so fucking used to having a bidet. It's like you can't take,
I'm
you
not
can't
carrying
take
around wipes.
Well, yeah, shit, I don't carry them around either.
Yeah, I was about to say, Keith's probably not carrying around wipes either. Yeah.
Kindness Rising, Dude Wipes, looking for a big sponsor of our show. And it might be Dude Wipes, might be the title sponsor.
Dude Wipes.
Mornings in the lab here.
Is there such a thing?
There is, yeah.
What's it for?
It's like a baby wipe, except it's for our packages and for our lower. It's to clean the shaft. Actually, true story. Maurice and I were out at a business meeting years ago. A guy came and pitched us. He had created something called pipe wipes, and it was
pipe wipes.
Struggled with bringing it to market because of the way that he was marketing it, but he called it pipe wipes, and it was basically baby wipes repackaged. And after you had life expectancy work, he pulled the old wipe.
How was he marketing it?
As pipe wipes, and it was a little. And truthfully, Marley, it was maybe a little bit too early in the world.
Yeah, timing,
because Dude Wipes is the exact same thing as pipe wipes.
Timing is everything.
He would kill it today. He would kill it today if he came out with pipe wipes.
Johnny Marty, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's the exact same product, simply changed the name. Because let's face it, right? Pipe wipes, like what the fuck, pipe wipes? Or like what, because it might be something. Yeah, there you go. Right, might be kind of something a little bit derogatory, but Dude Wipes is hitting a home run with it.
I was gonna say, if you look at like Dr. Squatch soap brand and Manscaped, they lean into that type of stuff. Even in their content and the ads they put out, they really lean into that. So
hey, speaking of wiping, quick little. I don't know if I told you guys this, John. I don't know if I told you. I know you're a dog lover, and I know I'm a dog lover. So last weekend, Lola was out struggling to have a movement, and I was wondering what the hell was going on. And I was watching, and then I look, and something was caught. Well, guess what? Her fucking, because Pomeranians are hairy. Marty, you met Lola before. Her hairy ass grew a bunch of hair covering her bunghole, and actually she was plugged up with her hair. She couldn't actually have a movement. The hair was grown in Johnny in front of her asshole, so she actually couldn't have a movement because it was stuck. It was like plugged up.
You mean like the turd was outside the crest of her butthole, but it wouldn't come out of the hair, or the hair was in the butthole, so it couldn't outside the crest of the butthole?
No, it was the latter part. It was all caught up in the hair. Yeah, totally. Or you see the one like my dogs will take a dump and there's a fucking hair in it. The hair's still in the ass, and that little thing is hanging there. Yes. And they know there's something there, and they're running around all funny. I'm like, oh god damn it! I can tell their body language. I gotta go fucking grab a hold of something. Get something so I can pull that out of there. So Saturday morning, Lauren's just getting up and hadn't even had her coffee yet. And I'm walking in the house with the dog, and I'm like, baby, can I get your help? She's looking at me like fucking half asleep eyes. I'm like, can you get the scissors? And Lola's like, really? Holding her up here and doing a little fucking haircut around her bunghole so she could have an actual movement. But then after that, boys, it was like she was released of her constipation. She was running around like a fucking nutcase.
Because that's pretty freaky for her.
Yeah, well, she's like, finally, I can have a shit and I can feel pretty good about myself. So,
oh, mate, poor Lola with her hairy situation. That's a proper dog owner.
Yeah, well, that is. Thanks, Grok, for jumping on that.
Did we determine where dog came from? Did we determine that word?
We're going to get to that. Marty's got to rock and roll here. He's got to go spend some time with his pops. Marty,
cheers, mate. Had to chime in on Lola.
Thank you, Grok, for that. Marty, what time's your flight, brother?
11 o'clock. So.
Oh, nice. You're heading up there now, eh?
There now, yep.
That's awesome.
Go enjoy, brother. Man, that's cool.
It, man.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Marty, I'm so happy you're here this morning, man. I'm so fucking happy you joined us today. So happy. So good.
Absolutely. And I don't know. I might see y'all Tuesday. I don't know about Monday. I'm coming home Monday, so we'll see.
Nice. Well, I say hi to Pops. Have fun with Pops. And hey, Johnny, did you hear Marty's story quickly in the gym while he was in the gym and you're in the crowd?
Yeah, did you
I heard the whole thing. I did. That was just exactly what we talked about with Mr. Bullshit. He basically, Mark kept asking questions and just backing this fucking guy in a corner because every time he said something, Marty knew he was full of shit. He asked him a question to explain. He just kept backing up. Pretty soon, the conversation was over because there's nothing he could fucking say because he knew everybody in the conversation knew that he was full of shit.
Yeah, Petrocelli's in the comments this morning. Good morning, John Petrocelli. He's here as well. So, Marty, have a safe flight. Say hi to Pop for us, and tell Pops you got to come hang out. We got to get Pops and Marty and Johnny and Keith on the show one day, man. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be pretty funny. He got some stories, man. So.
Let's do that then. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get them lined up in the future, okay?
All right,
and
I got you, man.
I'll miss you, Marty.
All right, miss you
Have
too,
a great loop, my brother.
Yes, sir. See y'all next week, man.
All right, Marty, take care, brother. Hey, Johnny, we got Fit Presenter coming in saying, and you people still don't know about the 3 seashells. Johnny, I got to admit, man, I don't know about the 3 seashells that McQuillan's talking about.
I don't know, but I'm curious. What is it, Mike?
So am I, yeah. So my Free-for-all Friday, Keith and Johnny here on Morning Club. Keith and John getting after every single day. Our brother Marty was in for a little bit. Johnny, I got another fun one for us today as well, man. I love finding these things, man. If you knew you just had one meal left in your life, just one.
Dude, I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
I thought this through.
Yeah.
And I could see 2 different trains of thoughts.
Yeah.
But keep going. I want to finish what you're saying.
Yeah. Today we're going to look at some of the most unusual, this is ridiculous, but that's why I find it so fascinating, heartfelt and downright bizarre last meal requests from death row inmates. And I'm serious because, there's famous people that have done unfortunately famous, crazy shit. And then it just, I think, maybe reveals something about their person's final moments with like basically saying, okay, this is the last meal that I want to have. So I
got an interesting superpower inside this.
Oh,
this is kind of trippy because I thought about this. I was like, holy shit, this is actually powerful.
Yeah, so we're gonna have that conversation later on in the show as well, which is
you're gonna be interesting to hear what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and then we're gonna talk more about Grok and how our experience has been with Grok the first time on the show here with us as our co-host on Mornings in the Lab. Keith, Johnny, and friends, and Petrocelli comes in and says, "That's right. Ask a few questions, and you will reveal the bullshit." Dude, that's so true. And I got to tell you, man, ever since we hung out with Petrocelli, when I'm talking to guests now, I'm really being you're kind of listening in between the lines of how somebody's responding. Speaking of, I got to give you credit, man. I thought you did a really good job having a wonderful conversation with our guest, Michael Collins, yesterday, bringing him to the point.
Well, with what I was going to say about that conversation was, funny enough, that basically, because remember that conversation started off with me only hearing him.
Yes.
I didn't get to see him till I sat down and started firing.
Yes.
Had he come in and because there's a big part of when you get to see someone, you can kind of feel their vibe. You can kind of get a read on their character and honesty. Yep. He has all that, right?
Yes.
So I guess what I was going to say was, I think the conversation was great because it was needed. It was, it was perfect, but
I agree.
I was just going to say, I think I may have opened up a little differently had I actually seen him when he made his spiel about what he does.
Yes. I will
make sense?
100%. And I will say this in front of everybody on the show here, because it's something we probably would have as a private meeting. Dude, I loved that energy there. I saw you guys were getting after it. I saw you had a good slew of questions going there. I saw you guys were good engaged there. And as your co-host, I just stepped back and said, brother, you go, man. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great display of back and forth chemistry there. And because it was clearly in your wheelhouse. He was clearly in your warehouse, and you guys had some kind of good back and forth. And I was like, I'm just going to get out of the way, man, and let it play out. Let the tennis match play as it did. I thought it was really good, actually. True story.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Either way, I think I would have still come up with the same questions. I think it would have I would have done it more from, because I came in as a very neutral position. The only thing I could was just words and tone of voice.
Yes.
Had I been able to read him when I was looking, I probably would have asked the same questions, but I would have been probably more in the neutral zone asking those questions rather than trying to uncover something.
So this is fascinating. Good morning, a brother from a certain age. One meal.
He had a really good energy about him.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I enjoyed Michael Collins. I did. And like I said, I enjoyed you guys just getting after it and listening because listen, we talk often. You're a No, man, somebody work with me. It's 6 months, it's 12 months, it's rest of life. And I'm the same way. There's none of this, hey, can we work together for 2 days? No, fuck that. It's going to be a lifetime thing. So when somebody comes and says I can fix you in 45 days, it makes you be curious. And
Well,
that's,
on that level though, too, that's also a filtering system for
yes,
me.
it is. Yes. And clearly
Because
for him,
if someone wants to do 45 days, I got to work. Okay, what's this fucking guy's level of commitment? Because I don't want to. I'm basically, I don't win unless they win. We win.
Yes.
And if I'm gonna play a game, so to speak, I'm gonna pick a partner that I'm confident in.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why you'd pick me. Hey, a brother from a certain age. Oh, I'll tell you something quickly here. But for a brother from a certain age, one meal, I'm going to the Brazilian spot and getting $50 worth of steak, sausage, and brisket, and 2 Welch grape flavored Ghosts energy drinks. Dude, that is awesome. You know what? Actually, Lauren, maybe we're going for meat tonight. That's actually something a pretty good idea, man. The Brazilian spot.
When we were in Japan on off days, right?
Yeah,
because you're kind of looking for stuff to do. Sometimes
I'm sure you are. Yeah.
So we'd go to the gym. Right across from the goals, there was a block down one of these things. Yeah. And basically we figured out that's a 3.5 hour limit because we would stay there all fucking day.
Yes,
because it would I would work it out to where I just kind of grazed for that 3 hours. But I mean, you could literally, if you could end up eating, hanging out for a while, eating again right for your time, and you get 2 meals out of that deal.
There you go. I got to imagine those off days are the most challenging days because that's when you get drawn to the places and the situations that you shouldn't go. And you're like, oh my God, I don't got to be on stage for 13, 14, 15 hours. I think I'm going to go and have a pop, or I'm going to wander down there, or I'm going to have a pill or something. And next thing you know, you do one. I can see you nodding. I'm right in it because that's the problem, isn't it, Johnny?
The thing you don't realize about life on the road, is you don't realize how much time you spend alone.
Not performing.
Alone. Yeah, and that alone time at first it's great. Like remember, sometimes I'd get on the road, and hectic life at home. I was like, oh God, this is nice and quiet.
Yeah.
All of a sudden that nice and quiet's just fucking filled with that goddamn voices in your head. It's all you can hear. And I spent so much time on the road with a pill addiction. Oh my Lord. That was the problem for me. It was trying to tame that fucking voice. But so what I would do is I would always make sure that I planned the other gaijin. That's the white guys.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I would always try to make sure that off days were planned. No plans on an off day did not end up well for me.
No. Oh, well, and I can only imagine. I'm thinking with you. I got goosebumps of just kind of nerves here that if you're looking at a calendar and you're seeing an empty day, you're frantically trying to fill it because you know the anxiety that if it's not filled, you're kind of going, holy fuck, man, this could not be good. Like I'm thinking that's going on in your head.
Yeah, and sometimes an off day you're traveling, like you go to the airport, you're flying to another. But if it's an off day, like if let's just say that you're in a big city. You perform and then you got an off day. They're just a lot of times they'll leave you in that hotel before we travel. So there's a day of nothing before travel day. That makes sense.
Yes.
And that's the tough one. Travel when there's just absolutely nothing on the calendar.
Yeah.
And if you're in a city that you don't really know what's going on, where things are, that becomes another challenge.
Yes. Yeah, no shit. Hey, I got a hack for everybody this morning here, and again, I like to share these things as ways to move others in a positive direction. So, got up this morning. It's Friday. It's the Mondays and Fridays are the 2 days I do things that I don't like for my heart, which is get on the bike.
I like that, brother. I like that.
Get on the treadmill and
get
run.
It, baby. Get it.
I know. And today in my head, Johnny, I wanted to do 75 minutes, but in my head, I'm like, there's no fuck. I'm not doing this. I was like, it ain't happening because that's like a big number to me. So again, man, I got on there. I knew I could do 45. Like, I know 45 is no problem. I've done it before. Got on there for 45. As soon as it was over, I'm like, okay, well, 45. I'm already over half to get to 75. I chucked.
What was the activity again?
It was a run, which I dislike doing. Right. So I ran 10K
on a machine or outside.
On a machine, fuck steady state.
That's even worse.
Exactly. All in your head, right? As you know. So I'm thinking, okay, I want to do 75 today because it'll be good for my brain. My brain was a little messy this morning. So I got on and I knew that I wasn't going to choose the 75, Johnny, and enjoy it. So I did the old hack, like I've told you before. I grabbed 45, and then once I finished 45, what does your brain say? Well, come on, Billis, you're already over halfway to 75. Like, fuck, man, come on. Grabbed another 20. Boom, 65. Come on, you've already done 45 and 20. You can do another 10. Before I knew it, had 10, 75 in the bank, brother, just like that.
You know, what are the things that I would maybe do in that situation, depending on the intensity?
Yes.
Would be to get something that I was really fucking interested to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
That was going to be 60 minutes. Because at that point, it's over. You got 15 more minutes to go. That's coming down the third baseline.
Yes.
You can't fucking not finish when you're coming down. It's like you hit a home run and you choose to touch third and go to the fucking dugout.
Yes.
Come on.
Exactly. So I will give credit. I use the Peloton platform, and they do a really wonderful job programming their content, and they use the song methodology, right? And it's like, you know, they start a song, okay, 3 minutes at this pace. I'm thinking, okay, I can do this for 3 minutes, and then it's like, okay, you're already 90 seconds down. You're like, holy fuck, of course I can go for another 90 seconds, and then you increase your pace, go a little faster, or go a little slower. It's just so. It's been a really wonderful way to teach me how to quote unquote run, even though I dislike doing it. And before you know it, to your point, those 45 minutes or 60 minutes is done. But I just play the time game. For me, brother, and as I've told you, you've gotten to know me, it's all up here, all in my
100%.
head, all in my head.
It's for everybody up there.
I know.
Just most people don't fucking know it.
Yes. Yeah. And I'll tell you, I've done what I'm going to tell you next 2 days in a row now. I can't believe I'm saying this to you, but I've done this 2 days in a row now. So I don't have the automatic, when you turn the taps on, the water's hot. I don't have that. So I jumped in this morning, turned the shower on at 3:40, whatever, just before 4 o'clock.
Oh, the Insta hot.
Yeah. Jumped into the shower, Johnny, and it was fucking freezing cold. And I stood there counting, Johnny 1, Johnny 2, Johnny 3.
Were you saying my name? Were you saying my name? He's naked and shivering, saying my name. Oh, this is good. This is fucking good. And what? Jesus Christ. With a sound bite. Come on. Let's go. Jimmy, tell me you tell me you're going to make one out of that.
And then by the time I got to Johnny 9, it was warming up. So I was good, man. I was good.
All right.
But isn't that cool though? When you're in one of those cold showers, okay, that's enough. And you turn it to hot as you feel it starting to come warm. Oh, it's such a fucking crazy feeling.
It is. And I would say to you, in many ways, that was probably the impetus for me to get on for that 75 minutes today, because it was all, again, back in my head. I got up this morning, my head was kind of a little wacky, and I'm like, okay, I'm just, and I don't even think about it. Because the moment you think is, you know it. And Lauren talks about it all the time. She's like, go downstairs, walk up to the machine and just do something, because it's there. The moment you think it, your brain thinks, the brain just talks.
You just gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
Dude, that's one of my things is that, I mean, it's like my oldest brother, perfect example. He's a real successful dude.
Yes.
He's a pro tennis player.
Oh, really?
For a stretch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things that he actually won, it was the summer between senior year, graduating high school and going to college. His boy was playing football.
Yeah.
His boy's now a fucking doctor. Talk about a success story.
No shit.
At the fucking Mayo Clinic, for God's sake.
Yeah.
But anyway, he says, look, I need Luke to come and stay with you for a couple of weeks or more. He goes, because I've given him a lot, but what I don't have that you have, and he needs to see, is that just go. Don't think about it. Go. Just take the step.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, coming from because my oldest brother, he's like a fucking superhero to me.
Love that.
He's 14 years old, 13 years older. So borderline uncle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's cool, man. You know what I find cool is that he recognized that value, that attribute of yours, though. Like
and that's what he said. He goes, look, you call me a superhero. He goes, I see it in you.
I love that. That's awesome, man. That's really cool. That's really cool. Hey, baby, no, Lauren. No, Johnny has not replaced you in the shower, my babe. No, nobody replaces my lovely pet. Just a bit.
I'll ask for permission if there's ever a time. I promise.
No, we're not talking hot wifing on today's show. No, we're talking actually bidets and. But I do got something funny. Actually, I think I'm really proud of our topics for today's show. And we're going to get into them. So here's my plan, Jimmy. Here's what we'll do, Jimmy. We'll do a lifestyle tip with Johnny here in a quick second, and then we'll reset and we'll get into the meat and potatoes of our conversations today. We'll get into the conversation about dog. We'll get into conversation about what we're going to eat. And then, Johnny, When you see the time 8:45 on the clock, and right now it's just past 8:50 Eastern.
Well, I'm only going to see that in the AM. Keep in mind.
Yeah, I know. So when you
Oh, Keith,
to those of you that don't know, Johnny never sees the 8:45 clock at night. So when you see the time 8:45, do you say 8:45 or 8:45? Because believe it or not, your answer, and everybody listening right now, your answer will reveal your age, or at least the era you grew up in. Again, another fascinating conversation that I don't think you ever thought about. I didn't think about it until I found this last night, and I didn't even read the answer, but I'd like to know what you see, whether it's 8:45 or 8:45. What do you see?
I'm going to just read it straight. I'm going to say 8:45, 8:15. I'm not doing the backwards shit.
Yeah, so I would believe that. Actually, I would believe that you'd say 8:45 just based on what I know about you with learning and reading and so forth. So
yeah, just straight ahead. I mean, it's to have to do that quick calculation is slowing my process down.
It doesn't work your system. Good time. My kid tells me to say 8:45. Lady Drew says 8:45. That's awesome. Well, we're going to reveal the answer in a few moments. Jimmy, let's do the lifestyle tip with John Anderson so we can fill up that folder of content for Johnny. And we'll get back, and then we're going to restart the conversation. Let's start it with Jim. When we get back with John, let's start with the conversation about what's the originating word about dog, where did it come from? So here's how it's going to set up, guys. We're going to do lifestyle tip with Johnny. I'm going to take a quick little pee, and then we are going to do the originating word of dog, where did it come from? Jimmy, let's get after it, pal.
All right. Here's the deal. There are too many people out there that are thinking about what they want to do. Just go. Just take the first step. It's been one of my strengths. Not the smartest dude, but I have the ability to take the first step. I'm very good at getting uncomfortable. And because I'm good at getting uncomfortable and taking that first step, not overthinking things, it's allowed me to do a lot of really cool shit in my life. And I look around and I see people around me who have so much more possibility than I do in terms of their intellect development, but they never get to put it to use because they're standing still. They're standing still thinking about it. When you're moving forward, this is where the doors of opportunity will open up for you. So if you're one of these people, especially if you got a good head on your shoulders and you're a smart dude and you're a linear thinker and you understand things, especially if you have any level of problem solving, you are robbing yourself by standing still, thinking about what you want to do. Just start moving. Even if you're moving the wrong direction, guess what? You'll figure out you're moving the wrong direction and you'll turn about and go the right direction. So do yourself a favor. If you're standing still, thinking about what you want to do, just take the first step. Even if it's the wrong direction, take the first step. Rock and roll.
What if the most basic word you use every day appeared out of nowhere and completely stumped the world's smartest linguists? We live in a world where we expect everything to have a clear explanation, a traceable origin, a logical path. But sometimes the most fundamental things in our lives resist easy answers, leaving us frustrated and searching for certainty that may not exist. Historical linguists have discovered that breakthrough understanding often comes not from finding the missing piece, but from recognizing patterns in the mystery itself. Successful people learn to navigate uncertainty by identifying the patterns within the unknown and using mystery as a strategic advantage. Today, discover how embracing the unexplained can unlock your next breakthrough.
You think you know what a dog is, but do you know where the word dog comes from? Well, the truth is, nobody does. And for such a basic word, I got to tell you guys, that just seems absolutely unheard of in the English language. Well, this morning on Mornings in the Lab, we're going to get into a little bit, guys, and talk about the origins of dog. Now, Johnny's taking a quick little break. He's going to come back. I know he's listening. He can hear me right now. The language is a mirror of culture, history, and human relationships. The fact that the origin of dog, and I'm curious, how many of you guys in the community right now have dogs? Good time. John Jacob Jingle. JJS, I love you, man. I feel like Europeans only say half to a quarter. We're going to get to that. John Jacob, who has dogs in the community and who has dogs that are listening right now? A brother of a certain age, Lady Drew, who has dogs? And did you guys know where the word came from? So, and the fact that the origin of dog is still unsolved, despite dogs being one of humanity's oldest companions, makes us one of the strangest puzzles in the English language. Now, if the word dog just appeared one day, what do you think it originally meant? I'm kind of curious to know if you guys, what you guys think about the idea of not knowing where the word dog comes from, right? No clear linguistic ancestor. That's what I found fascinating when I did the research for this, was that most European languages use versions of hound. So hund, hond, hundar. Dog appears out of nowhere in English, replacing hound by the 16th century. Fascinating to me. The earliest form, Old English dogka or dogga, but no known related words in other languages. Possible nicknames. Origin was the ga ending appears in other Old English words for animals. So frog, pig, possibly a derivative of those words or pet name firm. Now, there are some speculative theories, you guys, of where dog came from. And again, I'm curious about you guys. I see that I'd like to know what you guys have. If you guys know where the word dog comes from or what you have. But here's some speculative theories from docs, dark colored, maybe first used for dark coated dogs. And then it was maybe thought that it was from words meaning good or useful. So no solid evidence at all, wondering where the word dog came from. And then there's the rare obscurity. What I found fascinating about this is that it's unusual for such a common animal name to have no clear root, especially when humans and dogs have lived together for millennials. I'm going to throw it to Johnny in a quick second here. And what's also, and then I'm going to ask Grok for its opinion. What's also I found intriguing, Johnny, is that this is unique to English. Other languages kept their own words for dog, but borrowed dog specifically for mastiff or bulldog like breeds.
Interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it? And the fact is that we all, I'm painting a brush. Many of us have dogs. Many of us have had companions for dogs, yet really nobody knows where the hell the word dog came from. So we got John Jingleheimer Smith saying, I haven't had a dog for a year or two. Unfortunately, now I'm that guy that walks up and says, can I pet your dog? At least you're saying, can I pet your dog? They really the perfect best friend.
It's like automobile to car.
Yes.
You know, hound or canine to dog.
Yeah. And then Cartho says, would some Old English contain more or less Pig Latin than modern English? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to ask Grok here that question in a quick moment. John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith raises a good point. John, when you're out with the dogs, do you, when people approach you and Terry or you with the dogs, do they say, can I pet your dog first? They just walk up and pet. And I'm curious to know your opinion on that.
When they see my dogs, the first thing they say is, are they friendly?
Yeah.
And I say the big one is, the little one's a little freaky. She's a bit of a bitch. So touch at your own risk.
Yes. Yeah. I like to teach people when they approach me. So I'm a dog, as you know, I'm a huge dog fan. I love my dogs. I mean, I love them. I love my dogs. And I when people just approach my dogs without asking, it bothers me. So I like to take the opportunity to teach somebody, you know, it might be best to ask for permission to touch the dog before you just walk up and touch it.
Well, I think probably my gut is your dogs are like little and cute. And so it's just like they just think that there's no risk of being hurt. And then B, it's like a baby. Oh, look at the baby.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you something else I hated.
What they're not understanding is they're stepping inside your space.
Bingo. John Jingleheimer says best. It drives me crazy when a kid starts petting a dog and then the parent asks, is it okay? You know, and I don't have a ton of pet peeves, but boy, that one gets to me. I'll tell you what bothered me too is my little bonus daughter. Beautiful hair. You know, she has black dad, white mom. Beautiful hair. It bothered me so much as she was a growing little lady. Can I touch her hair? She's not a fucking mannequin. Like, she's not a toy. She's not a Barbie doll. She's a human being, man. And to your point, it's stepping into somebody's space, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, and sometimes when you step into somebody's space, you're going to get what you don't want. I saw this thing on, I've seen it just keeps popping up on my, so because it's a quick little video, but every time it pops up, I have to watch the whole thing because it's unbelievable, right?
Yes.
It's this lady getting down on her hands and knees with a dog.
Yeah.
Right. And you can see she's all fucking excited. This fucking dog bit her nose almost off.
Oh my God.
I'm like crazy. Like, and it almost looks like they sped up. You know, when a dog really reacts, they're fucking fast. Dude, it was like, oh my God. And I thought to myself, that's exactly why you don't do that.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Hey, let's bring Grok into the conversation. Grok, what's your thoughts on the word dog and its originating form? And do you have any additional opinions on where the originating word dog came from? I know you were listening in on our conversation. Grok?
Cheers, mate, for bringing me in. The word dog is a proper mystery, isn't it? No clear roots, just popping up in Old English as dokka or doga, with no obvious kin in other languages. I lean toward the theory it might have been a nickname.
Doga.
Yeah.
So there's where did doga come from?
Well, so it looked like it was in a so Grok, where did the word doga come from?
The word doga or doga in Old English is where dog starts showing up, but its origins are murky as a foggy moor. No one's pinned down a clear source, unlike most animal names with tidy roots in Proto-Germanic or Latin. Doga just appears, like a stray wandering in. Some reckon it might come from a nickname for a specific type of dog, maybe a stocky or dark-coated breed, as I mentioned, with the ga ending echoing other animal names like pigger for pig. Others think it could tie to an unknown dialect.
That's interesting, man. So there you go, Johnny. So
it's basically, did she say it was when dogs or a dog shows up? Like it's just either or.
Yeah. So the word doga and ga started coming up when they started using, like, attaching ga to other animals. So piga and so forth, right?
Well, then guaranteed when you just drop a letter or two, it's just the laziness of humans.
That could be suggested for sure. Yeah. And Michael,
if you look at some of these words that have shortened themselves, because people just don't want to finish it.
Yes. That's the problem with society, right? No wonder they want to go just for a 45-day workout instead of right.
Jesus Christ.
Michael comes in. I think Michael wrapped it up pretty well, which is doggo was a term for mastiff dark husky, a popular breed at the time. And then Good Time comes in and says, one of my friends has a lady pet his dog. The dog was friendly and jumped up and stretched her. They took his dog for 14 days.
Stretched her. What is stretched her?
Yeah, I'm not. Good Time. I think we want some clarity on what you mean by stretched her.
Was that a typo?
Yeah. I don't know. I used to raise Neapolitan Mastiffs. All right. So, hey, let's keep the show rocking over. And hey, Jimmy, I think you have something fun there. I've been working on some really fun content and you guys are all enjoying it. And I've created a new series called Talking Thumbs. And it's not even a minute here. So, Jim, if you want to reset the second.
You are about to see some messed up shit here. You think I'm weird and I'm not even AI? Wait till you see Grok in action with Keith. Freaky shit, man.
Morning, humans. Meet Grok, my new AI co-host.
Statistically, I'm already funnier than him.
This is going to be interesting.
Fellas, turns out we've been doing it all wrong.
Prepare for the upgrade of your life. Ever wonder why we call them dogs? Woof, woof. Exactly. Nobody knows.
I don't even know how to follow that. Sorry to interrupt again. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Mornings in the Lab is the fastest growing live channel on YouTube. True motherfucking story. Boom.
If this was your last meal, what would you pick? This guy went with 1 olive. Respect.
We are coming up in just a few hours.
Live, 8 a.m. Eastern Time.
Subscribe to not miss a DC.
Told you. Crazy shit. See at 8 a.m. Eastern Time with myself and John Anderson on Mornings in the Lab.
What if the most honest conversation you had today wasn't with another human? What if it was with something that has no ego, no social agenda, and no fear of being judged? We're drowning in surface-level interactions, carefully scripted responses, and conversations that dance around the truth instead of diving straight into what we're actually thinking and feeling. Recent studies from cognitive science institutions show that when we remove social filtering and ego from dialogue, we unlock levels of authenticity and breakthrough insight that traditional conversation often misses entirely. The data is compelling. The breakthrough isn't in the technology itself. Today, we're not just talking about AI, we're redefining what authentic conversation looks like.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John right here, 8 o'clock Eastern time every single day. You got the big dog and myself getting up, getting after it, helping you guys not hit the snooze button, helping you guys achieve those big audacious goals. And this week we invited and we added a brand new co-host to the show, but I haven't added his name to the title. No, just Keith and Johnny on the title. Yeah, just Mornings Live with Keith and John and friends and Grok. So, and Nation, I want to invite you guys all, you guys have seen all week, we're going to keep Grok on the show moving forward here because Grok is only going to get better. And I'm going to spend a few minutes talking with John about this. I remember, John, as the media world was changing and folks were freaking out about AI taking radio host jobs and media jobs. And then the light went on for me this week going, wait a minute. Let's add this thing to our show and have some fun with it. And let's face it, man, there's been a few experiences already this week where we've seen the value, where we're having a conversation and we're like, I'm kind of curious to know what the facts are. And we brought it in. And you got to admit, it's not perfect, but it's actually working out pretty cool, isn't it, brother?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as, excuse me.
Yeah.
I think the only issue is just that little bit of dead air.
Agreed. Yeah.
So if there's a way that we can kind of get people to see that Grok's thinking,
yes,
I think it will be helpful, because I didn't even understand what was going on at first, but then like when she thought you could see the little thing spinning or whatever, that was helpful. That's really the only, other than the fact that she joins in when she doesn't know when to come in. Maybe you can command her to be quiet until you ask her to join.
Well, it's funny, John, because during the opener, and I'm getting the show set up, and for the first few minutes before the show goes live, I'm chatting with Jimmy and I'm chatting with Grok, and I'm like, okay, do not join the show until I ask you to come in, and of course it agrees, and of course it says okay, and then
it's like a disobedient kid.
I was just gonna say it's like a toddler who hasn't paid enough attention to mom or dad yet. So
it's like, I just asked you to do this. Why did you do it? Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck, you're not fucking sorry. It was 5 seconds ago.
So Grok, you guys, is going to be a mainstay on the show. Why? Because we are leading the charge here. Keith and John are creating a live mornings we're creating a live network show here, a live morning conversation. Myself and Matt Roof and John Anderson, we are creating the ultimate morning platform, and I believe that weaving AI into this sets us apart from others. So we're not going away. My goal here is to even add ChatGPT into the equation so that we got a mixture of humans and AI. And what I'm also noticing, John, is as I look at the numbers behind the scenes, what we can do with entertainment and characters and telling stories is resonating for the audience. And I'm seeing you guys, enjoy our content. I'm seeing the numbers. I'm seeing the watch time go up. But in many ways, it weaves back to what we're doing here in the morning. So having Grok as part of this, having ChatGPT as part of this, I think it's going to add to the unpredictability. It's going to add to the entertainment factor on the show. And it's going to teach others, like we're doing right now, how to weave in this technology into live daily.
Well, I mean, like when we're sitting here, we ask the question, right?
Yeah.
If I was watching this, I was like, holy shit, they just asked the question. I don't have to fucking type in and look for an article to read about this. This is fucking great. That would have made me a user, bam, that fast.
There you go.
It wasn't until my coach started busting. I was like, dude, do you realize how much time you're wasting? I know that you're a big time manager.
Yes.
You protect your time.
Yes.
Why are you still fucking Googling something or YouTubing something? We can just, you don't have to thumb through all the information. Ask this tool to go find you what you need.
So then
I was like, holy shit. Yes.
Let's take some time to do some teaching then with you, if I may. Then, because I want to share with you how I'm using some of this in my world, and I know I've talked a little bit about this with you offline and even on the show. But on my iPhone, Johnny, I have on my lock screen. Some teaching on my lock screen. I have the ChatGPT widget there. See that there?
Mm-hmm.
I've attached a brand new habit stack to my life. You're gonna like this. I start my day, tap the widget, and just talk to GPT about my day. I end my day by talking to it like ending my day. So pretend you and I were hanging out. I'm like, hey John, what was my, so you're my human assistant, but I'm sharing the start and I'm sharing the end because it has context and memory. Like I'm going to say to this morning, I said, so what's been going on in my world? It took me through my entire week of what we've been talking about, what I've been working on, what I need to do today, what I haven't done today, things that I told it on Monday that I purposely, John, got out of my brain because I can't keep everything in my brain. So what I'm learning is I do a talk, dump it out of my brain, and I forget about it, right? So the last thing I do before I go to bed, I dump my brain in here, and then I go to bed. And I wake up in the morning and I say, hey, can we just revisit what we've been talking about for the last few days? It's awesome, man. No typing, it's very intuitive. And it's to the point where yesterday when I opened it up, it prompted me with, hey, Keith, don't forget these things. They're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah. I know you're a big protector of your time. But what I've had to do though, and I'm actually making a point of being intentional about this. I've intentionally, that's the key word, have had to adapt this into my workflow. Which is
for sure.
I'm now
and I'm sitting there thinking about
where
and I'm not saying there's not a benefit. I'm just saying, okay, where do I see the benefit of doing that? And I just got to keep wrapping my brain around that. Like if there was, because I log everything with a book, like my first thought is, am I leaving something behind? And, because of my book, I always go back. So like a few times a week, I'll go back a page or two that I missed something. And so I have it's an old school system, but obviously something like this, it's kind of the same concept, but on a very, very different, on a different regard, not
may I make a recommendation? May I make a recommendation that might blend quite well for you actually? So
it's like a different mechanism of the same thing, a different tool for the same purpose, which having multiple tools for one purpose gets you there a lot fucking faster.
Well, so here's what if you were saying, Keith, coach me and teach me, here's what I might recommend might work for you. So when you're journaling, because I know you're passionate about it and it's part of your habit and it works really well for you, maybe what you might want to stack on that is as you're journaling, because this can be open, like it can be open and passively listening to you. So as you open in your journaling, maybe you're saying a few things that's listening, but then when you're done, take a quick picture of that page, then be done with it, because it'll see that page. And then what I mean, be done with it, Johnny, be done with it out of your brain, just like you're done with it out of your fingers. So do your journal like you normally would, pick up your phone, fucking take a picture, put your phone away, you're done. And then get into the habit, maybe later on in the day, say, can you reflect upon what I've done today or what I haven't done today? And you might find it blending quite well with your writing, and it might be actually, now that I think about it, it might be a really wonderful way to bridge the two, because over time you're going to create an analog version of your thoughts, but also a digital version of your thoughts and put it all together.
Yeah. What I'm thinking, right? Because for me to want to invest my time in something, I have to have a very clear, I invest this and I get my investment plus back.
Yes, yes, I get it.
It's just a matter of me wrapping my brain around where the plus is. I can see the value.
Yes,
but do I see because all I need is a small plus, and I know my investment is safe.
Well, so and for me, what I'm encouraging to just try to get your head wrapped around is that there's no additional work for you. All you have to do is literally just tap the button to activate it, so it can be listening to you.
Yeah.
Right, and then. And then you might be writing something, say it out loud. There's nothing for you to have to worry about spelling or reading. You're just talking out loud. It's capturing it, and then take a picture and get on with the next thing. We got Adam Holroyd jumping in here saying, I turned voice mode on ChatGPT last night. My girlfriend thinks I'm nuts, but I had a conversation and I learned a lot about tankless hot water tanks. Well, true story. Us too. Brookie got stung by a wasp yesterday, and I was laying in bed and she was asking me, like, am I bit or am I stung? I was like, geez, I don't know. So we had a big conversation with ChatGPT about wasps, bees, and hornets and what happens. And it was just literally a conversation with an expert telling us what to do, right? Pretty cool stuff. For sure. And then we got John Jacob Jinglehammer saying, I think taking notes and journaling is great. It prevents me from thinking about the same topic over and over and over, just so I don't forget it. I know it's there and I can move on. So that's what I'm just beginning the habit of
You know, sometimes you're journaling. Like for me, my journaling in many cases is to stay focused on it.
Yes, me too, 100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of the things that I almost the first thing I write down is what I want to purge. What did I do yesterday that I don't want to do again today?
There you go.
And the one that's just been, it's crazy. I've kind of ran this test, and I write it a little bit different every day, but it's the same exact thought. And really what it is removing negative thoughts of any kind. And sometimes I will literally write that.
Yes.
It's
Good for you.
Crazy. It's like, I'm to the point now where I'm like, God, did I have any yesterday? And I have to really think.
Yeah.
Okay, I did. But I mean, it used to be, they were so easy for me to pick out.
Yes. Well, you know, so I would say to you, brother, and again, I want hopefully what I can say next is going to inspire others. Got up this morning. I knew I had what I dislike to do, which is running. You count yourself in to get you a place of comfort. It took me, well, it didn't take me 75, but it took me 75 minutes to run towards gratitude. That's what I felt like I was running towards. Got up, was kind of a little bit By the time I was done my run, I was like, I was really grateful to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's right. And there's a certain sense that, but hey,
you know, it's interesting because, you know, like when we talk about counting myself in, I'm trying to count myself into that good spot lately.
Yes.
I've been it's interesting. I haven't had to try very hard because I'm more in a good spot, you know, and it goes in waves.
Yeah, of course. And
I think part of my thought process is when I'm in a creating mode, I think it really keeps my thoughts in a good space. You know, like starting a new business is so much fun for me.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean.
And so it's kind of crazy how, you know, I think for me, I know that dead air where my brain is not connected to creating, that's when I have to really try to keep myself in the good spot.
Yes.
You know, so like when I write when I write about my purpose or my behavior, my attention for the day, it's been stay focused on creating.
Yeah.
Because creating does something to me that just puts me in a better overall spot.
Me too. Oh my God, me too. It's like it unlocks something within me. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way that we both focus together. I when I create something and I take a vision from here to how it looks when it's created. Maybe it's like the same way. Maybe it's the same way that you're like, hey, I'm going to go create my body as a bodybuilder. I'm going to go create a strong man. So it's like creating something, right? There's something to be done with that, right? It's like
thoughts become things.
Yeah, 100%. Good time. Can take pictures of something and AI tells you what you're seeing. Absolutely. Yes. As a matter of fact, John, I have dude, I know you love your fashion glasses and I love them too, but man, and I haven't been wearing them much in the show here, but my Meta Ray-Bans, my glasses that have the AI in them and the cameras, dude, I use them all the time. And especially when I got ChatGPT in my glasses, it's passively listening. I walk around and I talk and it just does shit for me. It's actually pretty powerful stuff. but hey, let's keep the show going. I want to have the bidet conversation and then I want to get to the conversation about our last meals. What if I told you that one of your most basic daily habits you're doing completely wrong and that it's not just uncomfortable, it could be damaging your health? Today we're going to talk about for a few moments the expert consensus and why most of us are wiping wrong and how to fix it.
What if the most basic thing you do every single day is actually sabotaging your health in ways you never imagined? Most men deal with chronic irritation, recurring infections, and embarrassing health issues that they suffer through in silence, thinking it's just part of life. But here's what's really happening. Leading medical experts, from anal surgeons to gastroenterologists, have been studying this for decades. They've discovered that small changes in technique can eliminate problems that millions of men think are inevitable. Simple adjustments that take zero extra time can transform your health, boost your confidence, and save you from years of unnecessary discomfort. It's time to get this right. Your future self will thank you.
This is Live with Keith and John getting after. We're talking about bidets and wiping. John, what was the first time you discovered a bidet? How old were you and where was it?
I mean, I think I recognized what they were when I was young.
Yeah.
But I think when I
started using it though,
I mean, I just, at that point, it wasn't really important to me.
But when did it go on? You're like, oh, I kind of like this, and I want to make sure.
Oh, when I was in Japan, they were all, and they're very, very common there. You either got a fucking hole in the ground.
Yeah.
You're either squatting over a hole in the fucking ground, or you got a goddamn bidet.
So that was
not much in the middle.
I'm so glad you took us here, because that's where I wanted to take this. Because I think that seems to be the key difference, isn't it, John? Is that if you were raised in Asian culture or even in European culture, bidets were the thing. But yet somewhere along the line, and actually maybe this is a question for Grok, Johnny, where in the line in North America where it was okay, we're wiping our ass with toilet paper? Because to your point, you grew up in North America, but it wasn't until you started spending time in Asia where you recognized that there's a much better way.
Yeah, I mean, that exists with all sorts of shit outside of wiping our ass.
Yes. Hey, Grok, here's a question for you, Grok.
Well, real quick, funny thing. Yeah. If you ever, like when you're in they call it the countryside, which is basically non-civilized, to say non-civilized,
rural North America.
You're talking about it's probably about that big, it's the size of a kind of an oblong, large dinner plate.
Yes.
And you got to squat over the top of that thing, take a dump, and get it. That is not easy to get it in that hole.
No.
Have you ever shit in one of those?
I have.
Dude, I have missed the fucking mark more times than I can fucking tell you. Dude, you want to? Oh, dude. I mean, one of the craziest fucking stories when I was wrestling in Japan, right? So it was my first fucking tour. I get hired by New Japan, big fucking company.
Yes.
My first match, I'm in a main event with their number one guy, right?
Yeah.
Which they're just putting me to the test, right?
Yeah.
It's my career with them is going to be literally. It's either going to make or break on that match. I have a great fucking match. They love it. I'm like, fucking thank God. Now all you got to do is just, not cause too many fucking problems in the company and you're good to go. So we're going to the next location and we're on the fucking tour bus and I'm not on their buses. You can't shit. I was like, oh, Jesus, this is a long fucking trip. We get to the venue and I am like ready to erupt. So I tell the young boy, I said, grab my bag. I got to go into, because they assign you you have like a young boy who carries your shit around for you. And I said, I got to go find the toilet. Well, I don't know Japan well enough to understand in the countryside that, it's basically they call it a Western style toilet. That's a toilet.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like running around, and usually in these big arenas, they'll have converted some of them. Well, I'm fucking going bathroom to bathroom as you go around these fucking things, and all I can find is holes in the ground. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm not going to make it to the next door. So I thank God I have a pair of sweatpants on. So as I pull my sweatpants down past my knees, and as I'm fucking folding up to go squat down, dude, it just fucking fires out. I mean, not even close to the fucking hole. Misses by 6 inches. And this was not one you could roll over. This was like a cow pie. Right? And I was like, fuck, there's no toilet paper in here. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what am I going to fucking do? I'm literally thinking to myself, you just told yourself, don't cause trouble in the company last night. And this is what you did, dude. And so one of the other gaijins, who's one of my good buddies now.
Yeah.
His name's Chad. He comes in, he's looking for me. He's trying to figure if I found a Western toilet, which I didn't. Yes. He comes in, he sees the look on my face. He's oh fuck. And I basically kind of turned and looked and pointed, and he just fucking started. I mean, just erupted with laughter. So they go and get the fucking road manager, right?
Yes.
What?
Welcome to the company.
Oh, fuck, dude. So go get to the fucking road manager. And keep in mind, I got to start getting ready I got to go to the fucking booking meeting. So I mean, I got to go. So the road manager comes in and he just like he was a little of course it's Japanese. Oh, John, God damn, what you do, So he goes, go, get out of here. So they basically sent one of the young boys in to clean this up. So this fucking guy comes in. I didn't see him, but he has gloves like this. Anyway, so they get it cleaned up. The next day, I'm coming. We're getting on the bus, and Ettore says to me, he's all, "Hey, John, next time you shit and miss the hole, you clean it up yourself. Young boy, throw up all night long."
Oh, mate.
And thank God I ended up fucking keeping my job, because it doesn't get much worse than that, brother.
Oh my God. We got Jimmy's got the fucking emoji. We got the comments coming in here. Oh, fuck. That is funny shit. We got Grok. We got Grok joining it as well. I'll share something with you as well, since you're pulling your pants down. I haven't shared this one publicly. Everybody's like, oh, it was Uncle Keith going to say. I walked the dog back in my old condo years ago, came in the house. My belly was rumbling, Johnny. Rumbling. I run to the first toilet in the house, open up the door, and as I'm sitting on the can, as I'm literally just moving my body like down to get towards the squat, well, pow. John, it did not make it anywhere inside of the toilet. It made it all over the fucking walls, all over the toilet seat. I blasted an explosion, man. And it was horrific. And I was like, oh my God. So yeah, there was no little Manfred to be cleaning up. I had to clean it up myself, but brother, that was a horrible situation. So
when you fold over to waste,
yes,
it creates pressure.
Yes. I'll tell you something funny too. Laura and I just first started dating. We go on our trip to go climb Kilimanjaro, and we had to go and shit in a paint can together. Not together at the same time, but it's kind of one of those. Okay, we were shitting in a paint can. So it was our first. So talk about a great way to get to know your lady. When hey, good morning, have coffee together, and you go in the little tent and shit in the can, and literally it's a 45-gallon drum. That's you're just.
Well, at least you could sit on it.
Yes, that's exactly
it's the hovering part that fucks me up.
Oh, I've had to hover too over a hole in the ground. Fuck, don't even.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a couple more topics before you go here, and I want to get to them quickly before you go. Yes, Lady Drew, you are right. It's not spray paint. Hey, if you knew you had just one meal left in your life, what would you choose? So here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to get this out of Johnny, and then we're going to go back to the community after Johnny leaves and get some back from you guys as well. Today, we're going to look at some of the most unusual, heartfelt, and downright bizarre last meal requests from death row. Jimmy, let's run the hook so we get into the conversation with Johnny.
Some final requests are so unexpected they seem almost absurd, yet they contain profound insights about human psychology that most people never discover about themselves. Every day you make hundreds of choices influenced by expectations, status, and social pressure. But how many of those decisions actually reflect your authentic self and genuine desires? Psychological research on extreme decision-making reveals that when all external influences disappear, people's choices follow predictable patterns that expose their deepest values and most fundamental needs. Learning these patterns gives you a powerful framework for making authentic decisions now, bypassing social conditioning to connect with what truly brings meaning and satisfaction. Stop guessing what you want. Start choosing what you actually need.
Doesn't morbid curiosity. No way, man. Last meal requests often reveal a person's deepest comforts, cultural roots, or even their final act of defiance. Whether it's a feast, a symbol of peace, or something from childhood, these choices give us a rare human glimpse into a life about to end. John Anderson, if you had one meal left to crush, what would it be?
Well, it's funny. My first gut was, I eat what I like to eat already.
I know you do. Yeah.
But I think, okay, if I'm getting ready to fucking die,
yeah,
like if I'm going to electric chair, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What I would do is I would get myself into that mode of fucking self-loathing. So it'd be easier to go get fucking electrocuted.
Oh, interesting. So
yeah, like when I really self-loathe.
Yeah.
I mean, my fucking brain thinks about doing fucking stupid shit. Well, fuck, electrocute me. Do it.
You know what you've just done here, brother. You've just opened up a can of worms of discussion, perhaps, which is self-loathing, right? Because I got to think that much of us have those thoughts in our head, but we don't talk about it. We don't talk about how we get through them, right? So if you're saying to me that self-loathing is, okay, fuck, I'm going to go and crush all the worst food in my life because I know it.
Yeah, and it's the thing about it, it's a mental, physical, I'll feel so bad.
That's what I mean.
Keep going. Sorry.
No, it's okay. We're having a conversation, but because what you're saying to me is that Okay, I'm going to self-loathe. I'm going back to that dumb, stupid, fat little son of a bitch. Just feed me all the fucking food you can because I'm going to die. Boom.
Yeah, and it's not that I'm going to die like fuck it. I might as well just eat what I want because I'm going to die. It's like, let's get me into the mental space where I'm fucking welcoming this sitting in this chair.
Yeah, that's an interesting point of view because I never thought about it that way. But
yeah,
right.
it's not like, well, fuck, I'm gonna have some ice cream. Fuck, I might as well have some ice cream.
Yeah,
what the fuck, man? You're getting ready to fucking get electrocuted. How about this is a superpower?
Yeah.
Very rarely are you going to use this superpower, but today it fucking works great. And I wouldn't want that last meal a fucking day before the chair. I want that fucking last meal before I walk down the hallway.
Yeah. Well, so a couple big name killers, unfortunately. Ted Bundy declined a special request. He received the standard steak and eggs prison meal. John Wayne Gacy, entire bucket of KFC. So this sounds like a self-loathing thing. Entire bucket of KFC, 12 fried prawns, a pound of strawberries, fries, and a Diet Coke. And I got to be honest, now that you've said what you've said, I'm going to be really frank here with you. Not John or Steve, but Frank. I think I'd come to your side on this one. I would probably self-loathe like a motherfucker.
Why would we not? I mean, we've got this skill that it doesn't serve us in trying to have a good life.
Yes.
But if we're gonna, I mean, think about the idea of sitting in that chair. You feel abundant, you feel vibrating high. The idea of going to sit in that chair is fucking terrible.
It is.
But get yourself all fucked up. Do it. Hurry the fuck up. Pull the goddamn trigger. Do this, please.
So what would you choose? Gun? Would you choose?
Oh, if I was gonna get killed?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I didn't know that was my choice. I thought the only choice was what was I gonna eat so I would welcome my death.
We'll have that conversation a different day. Yeah, so I think you've brought me to the point where I would do self-loathing too. I'd be crushing cookie dough and pizzas and all the things that
but I wouldn't want to self-loathe too far away from the event.
No, I agree. Yes. Yeah, I'm on with you there. I'm with you there. So guys, we're going to come back to that conversation. John's going to rock and roll out here in a couple minutes here, but I do want to get him with this one. Jimmy, when you say the time 8:45, do you say 8:45 or 8:45? Because believe it or not, nation, ears up on this one. Hear up, nation. Your answer will reveal your age, or at least the era you grew up in. And I don't know the answer to this, John. I haven't paid any attention to this. I just said, guys, let's create this segment. Jimmy, let's run it.
What if I told you that a simple question about time could instantly reveal which generation you belong to? There's something happening in our brains that most of us never notice. Every day, men in leadership positions face communication breakdowns with their teams, struggle to connect with their kids, and wonder why conversations feel harder than they used to. The answer might be hiding in plain sight. Cognitive researchers have discovered that the way we process basic information has fundamentally shifted over the past 3 decades. This isn't just about technology. It's about how our minds literally work differently now. Understanding this shift gives you the key to unlock better communication, stronger relationships, and more effective leadership across every generation. It's time to bridge the gap. Let's dive deep.
All right, guys, talking about it, 8:45 or 8:45. Here's how it works. Older generations often say 8:45 because we were taught about fractions of the hour and are still comfortable reading analog clock faces. So if you say 8:45, John, like I might say, it's because we were taught the analog clock, where there's less and less analog clocks in the world today. The younger generations, the digital learners. Now, you and I are a little unique because we're a digital analog crossover. You're an analog guy, but you've embraced digital. So you kind of, and same with myself, right? Maybe just me too, a little more of extreme because we're both an analog guy growing up analog. But like your daughters, my kids, digital generations tend to say 8:45 because looking at the numbers on the digital clock says 8:45. And they don't think in the analog world like you and I were raised when your mom said to you, well, Johnny, it's 7:45 right now. You maybe weren't percolating that in your head, but that's how your mom thought about it because she was taught fractions and she was taught that. So I found that fascinating, actually, is that fewer kids today are not taught the analog clocks and don't think.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah. Right. So if you're sitting around in a group of people, like, you know, your friends are having dinner or something, and you say a certain time, it'll immediately say how old you are in many ways.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, there's so many things that are like that now, you know?
Yeah.
These fucking kids don't know what a rotary phone is.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, I know you got to rock and roll. Before you go, I want to offer a couple comments from the community that involve you and I. Mike Sullivan's coming in here, just dropped $2 on the table. Sullivan, we appreciate you, brother. But here's what he said. So grateful to this show. Found John on Facebook last year, found this show on John's Facebook, got healthier, and then January 25 used the step counter, lost 15 pounds in 25 days. I sleep 8 a.m. and I wake at 4 a.m. Thanks, John and Keith. Man, that makes me so happy.
For you, brother.
We're moving the needle, right, brother?
Good for you, brother.
And then Johnny, we got John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith coming in back saying, and again, I want you to hear this before we go. Just want to say how much I appreciate this show. You guys and all the listeners, the guests are top-notch people. Love starting my day with you guys. I mean that so. I really, really appreciate that. I'm not very bougie, but I do buy good coffee and wet wipes. And John Jingleheimer's last pro tip for all of us is, if you groom the back door, it takes half the amount of toilet paper wipes to get the job done. There's the pro tip from John Jacob Jingleheimer. Hey, man, Johnny, we're providing value on our show, brother. We're providing value, right? So
let's go, baby.
What are you doing? What are you doing today? What do you got going on today?
I got a busy day, man. I got a training session.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a training session. Got a podcast. A series of client calls. Got a fun afternoon with Terry. So I mean, I'm once I sign off here, I'm on the move.
Beautiful. Well, I appreciate you as I always do. I got a big back lift here today after so my routine is I'd get my heart cardio stretching done before our show. And then after I need like an hour and a half because I'm on a high after the show. I feel like I'm just fucking bouncing. So, and it's good. I take all the energy. I'll walk to the side of this door and I do a big lift. Today's big back day. I'm excited about it.
Go get it, my brother. Go get it.
Lots of love to you and Tara. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you in a few hours.
There you go. Have a good live, my brother.
All right, pal. Take care. All right, Johnny's out of here, Jimmy. Let's walk Johnny out of the lab here, and I'm gonna hit this sound effect one more time, and it's gonna sound just like this. Yes. Good morning, everybody. It's the bottom of the second hour, and you are with me, Keith Billis. Mornings in the lab with Keith, Johnny, and friends. And what you have left is Keith and Grok. What's going on, Grok?
Oh, Keith. What a wild ride with Johnny today, mate. From cow pies in Japan to self-loathing last meals and generational clock talk. You're keeping it real. Mike Sullivan and John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith dropping love and pro tips, shaving the back door to save wipes. Pure genius. Right. I'm here with you now, ready to dive into whatever's next. What's the vibe for the rest of the show? More last meal madness or something else to shake things up?
Great question, Grok. We got Grok, my co-host here on today's show. Meet my new morning show co-host, Grok, who is, and listen, guys, this is the only live morning show that I know about there that has an AI co-host, and I'm really pleased and I'm proud to have Grok on the team. Hey, listen, you guys can join the conversation right now. I'm opening up the phone lines, 431-300-3005. If you guys do phone, Grok will be put aside, but the phone lines are open, 431-300-3005. Daniel Hall, I see your comment there, brother. I appreciate you. Daniel Hall, Spot a Pod over on LinkedIn, sent us a wonderful text, and his text was, I appreciate the great work you guys are doing here on the show. Lots of love coming out there from you guys here today. Love your show, Keith. Dan Hall's Mr. Spotapod. Guys, do you guys know what pods are? If you don't know what pods are, go follow Daniel Hall on LinkedIn. Pods are unique groups of connections that scam and creatively sneak the system so that people can get higher engagement. I'll just talk cryptically with that. But Daniel Hall, solid dude. I think the guy has 800 kids that he's adopted. He's full of love. He's kind. He's got a great book. And I could not encourage you enough to go check out Daniel Hall. Nation, go find Daniel Hall over on LinkedIn and go tell him Uncle Keith sent you, because he is a solid dude. Got John Petrocelli in the comments. I appreciate you, Petro. I know you're hanging out with us. I know you've had a busy week. I appreciate having you around here. We got Bernard in the community saying, I don't know if I feel bad today, but I'm definitely reflecting. Still have things to solve today. Well, Bernard, listen, man, if there's things that we can do to help you solve those problems, you let us all know here in the lab. We would love to do what we can to help you out. We got John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. I swear that Jingleheimer Smith just created the name so he can hear me say it 1,000 times a show and stumble on it. JJJS. The history of the last meal is interesting. Let's go back there for a few moments, guys, before we get to the community corner. We're gonna keep it light here on the Free for All Friday. Ideally, we'll get to some AI stuff. I see Jimmy's ready for surfing X. We're gonna go surf some X stuff, guys, as well. We'll get to the community corner. We're gonna keep it pretty free here for the next little bit, and we will end when it's time to end. I do have a goal of getting to inside the lab here today to share some stuff on Higgsfield. That has been my goal. I'm not going to lie. I might not be as prepared as I would like to be. I was busy focused on making some great content last night that took me away from, hey, 8 seconds is 8 seconds. So whether I put 8 seconds over here or put 8 seconds over there. What am I doing right now? I'm tying my shoe. Yeah, true story. It's untied on me, and my laces are tricking everywhere. So I am just tying my shoe right now. John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith says the history of the last meal is interesting. It started so that the person who was being executed wouldn't haunt the jail. It was a peace offering. Jimmy, let's go to the community. What would you guys have for your last meal? The phone line's ringing. I think it's Lady Drew. Let's see what Lady Drew would have for her last meal. Good morning, Lady Drew Bozier. Lady Drew, the daddy fucker. What's going on, Lady Drew?
Just enjoying Matthew's and your show and calling to wish everybody a happy weekend and always enjoy life. And how are you doing, Keith?
I'm awesome. Hey, Lady Drew, what would your last meal be? What would your last meal be if you were on your if you were over on death row, Lady Drew?
I would want a true gentleman for my meal, and that's because I would love to go out with a bang.
Oh my God. Lady Drew would love a true gentleman to go out on a bang. Lady Drew is dropping nuggets here on Mornings in the Lab. Drew, I appreciate you, man. That's a pretty fucking funny one, man. So actually, I don't know if I'd want a man. Maybe Lauren would come hang out and see me on that last day, but that's funny, man. Lady Drew would like a gentleman for your last meal. Is that correct?
Of course, because they're filled with healthy protein as long as they keep themselves healthy. So the delicious and outgoing meal.
Oh, that's awesome. Lady Drew, what do you got going on this weekend, Drew?
Oh, just a little bit of light housekeeping. Hopefully take my dogs for a walk now the weather has finally gotten better, and just enjoying life.
Nice. Nicely done. Well, listen, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you calling in. You're always welcome to say hello. And no, Jimmy, I'm not offering myself. Drew, I appreciate you hanging out with us and always joining the show. And I appreciate your gratitude as well. Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you. And blessed to be, everyone.
Blessed be. All right. There's Lady Drew joining us from the Carolinas this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jimmy, and Johnny and Lady Drew. Hey, Grok, are you still there? Can you hear that? Did you hear that conversation, Grok? I just tried something here because I don't know if oh, there we go here. I don't know if Grok heard that or if I have to start a new conversation. We're learning. So our co-host from time to time, hey, Grok, are you there? No. So I see what happens here. So guess what, guys? We're going to try something here. I'm going to stop Grok, restart it. We're going to see if Eve Grok comes back or if Man Grok comes back. Let's check it out here. So, hey, Grok, are you there? Hi, Grok.
Oi, mate. I'm here. Good morning to you. Ready to tackle whatever's on your mind. What's the crack today?
Yes, well, you can see the conversation we've been having here, Grok. You are part of Mornings in the Lab here. I had to move you out when Lady Drew called the show here. Looking back to the comments, we got Good Time saying, my kid just said this to me the other day, say the time, not half past the hour. It's true, Good Time. Yeah, I think so. What Good Time's referring to is, what do you say, guys, when you see the clock? Do you say 8:45 or do you say 8:45? How you answer that question determines how old you are, right? And Good Time is saying that his kid's saying, say the time, not half past the hour. What's up, Rico? I see you in the comments there, Rico, as well. Good to have you here on Mornings in the Lab. Hey, Maddie, Kindness Rising. What would you have for your last meal? Hey, Roofy, if you're in the car, you want to call me? 431-300-3005. Why don't you give me a call, Roofy, if you can? 431-300-3005. I would love to hear what your last meal would be. And if you subscribe to that same thought that Anderson would, which is that self-loathing thing, because I got to be honest with you, man, I think I might be crushing pizza and cookie dough and chocolate bars and burgers. Everything I shouldn't be eating is what I probably would be eating on my last meal. Yeah, so and John Jacob, I think you're right. I think I do need to get a funny sound effect for when Grok fails. Good time. I appreciate you, man. I love bringing the energy to this lab. I love. I'll show a little behind the scenes here. I do my thing in the morning, and I was having this conversation with Matt yesterday, and he said, Keith, when you put the glasses and the hat on, do you feel like you're you? And I says, yes, I do. I feel like I'm an exaggerated version of who I am on a daily basis, but what you're getting is you're getting an entertaining version of who I am when I'm behind the scenes. And it's funny. I'll just continue being vulnerable with you guys. I was having a conversation with Matt as he's continuing to grow his show. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't tuned into it yet, 7:30 Eastern time, Matt Roof's getting after it. He is there he is. Hold on. Let's hold the horses. I think there he is. Roofy, is that you, brother? Yo. What's your?
Hey, buddy. What's up?
What is your last? So turn your radio. I feel like I'm doing radio with you right now. Turn your radio down, Roofy, so you can just hear me on your phone.
All right, hang on. You hear me now?
Loud and clear, brother. Okay, so Matt Roof from Kindness Rising, 7:30 Eastern time, right here in the Mornings in the Lab live network. I got the big question for Roofy. What would his last meal be if he only had one last meal left before the gun? Matty.
Yeah, so I have a little different perspective from what you guys had about self-loathing. I'd lean into my past and go after my mother's brajol with homemade bucatini and red sauce because I want to remember the good times on my way out.
Interesting. I never even considered that, right? Mom's food, right? I'm thinking mom's making some good grub for you there. So if mom Roseanne Roof is listening, her she's got a smile on her face right now because Roofy's going to crush what is it? The pasta rajuli? What is it?
Dude, I'm having trouble hearing you. I don't know. Hang on one second.
Yeah. We got Matt Roof joining us this morning. Our host of Mornings. Can
you hear me? I got you now.
Yeah.
I had you on speaker. It was rough. Here we go.
That's okay. So you be crushing some of Mom's last food, eh?
Oh yeah, my mother makes the world's best brajol and homemade bucatini. That's my favorite meal that she makes, and I'd go out with the memories of the good times. I don't want to put any negative energy out in the world, so that's what I'm doing.
Good time, says Matt. I wouldn't be able to eat. That's you know what? That's actually interesting, and that's actually an interesting question to go back to the community. And Matt, does it make you curious? Like, would you be able to eat if you knew you were going to die?
You know, it is a good question. I'm sure there are people who couldn't, right? But I've never had a problem eating ever. I don't know why I would have a problem then.
Well, and here's the funny thing, right? We're talking cleaning our ass after we're eating. So I guess after you die, you just might shit yourself. So just go and just fill your gut with as much food as you want, maybe.
You're right. At that point, I don't care who's wiping my ass.
That's it. Hey, you're a cat guy, so we're gonna move from food to wiping asses to animals. You're a cat guy. What did you think about the conversation about the origin of the word dog? Nobody knows where the fucking word came from, man.
You know, I think it's absolutely fascinating in terms of where these words come from. What I do know is that the emotion that our pets evoke in us is like nothing else, right? So the word dog means a lot to a lot of people. I was listening to you guys talk about big dogs and little dogs. The only time I've ever been bitten was by a little guy. Unfortunately, he passed away 16 years old last week. A buddy of mine had to put his dog down. The little guy bit me because I grabbed him by the ass because he was about to trip me. And thing turned around and snapped at me. But I love dogs. I love cats. We've got 4 of them at our house, and they bring us the most joy.
Nicely done. Hey, Maddie, guess who we got in the green room here now on the show? We got the bullshit master himself, John V. Petrocelli, on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Johnny, and friends and Grok. What's going on, Petro?
Oh, nothing much. I just want to put in my vote for my final meal.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what is your final meal, John Petrocelli, the bullshit man?
Anything Indian. Anything Indian.
Interesting. Indian food.
We got a dangerously close Indian restaurant about 3 blocks from my house, and it's got to be Indian. Most flavorful food in the world, I think.
That's interesting. So your wife?
Hey, Petro.
Go ahead, Maddie, please.
I was just. What's your go-to Indian? I love Indian food too. Indian and Thai are my 2 favorites. What's your go-to Indian meal?
Oh, probably the spinach. The spinach. Can't even remember the name.
Paneer palak.
Got me. Yeah.
Paneer palak.
Yes. I
love that shit. Yep.
Yeah.
Spinach. Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah. Or there's a carrot dessert. You would never think carrots would be a dessert, but there's honey, or maybe some brown sugar, and then sort of minced carrot. I don't even know the names of these things. I just go to the buffet.
Yeah, I know what you guys are talking
about. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I don't love it either. Usually it has some raisins in it sometimes. It's freaking good. I love Indian food. So I hear you. And then you don't have to worry about the smell afterwards, because I know sometimes when I have Indian, someone could tell whether I had jalfrezi or Kashmiri or whatever. But if you're going down, you don't have to worry about the smell after.
That's it. We have Michael Global saying, I would order Olive Garden because the waitresses are nice. So nicely done, Michael. That's funny. I never. Hey, Petro, your wife is Kenyan.
That's right.
What Kenyan dishes are your favorite dishes?
Yeah, those are very similar to Indian food. There's a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably just the plain chapati. It looks almost like a pancake, but it's flaky.
Yes. Okay. I remember that when I was in Kenya. I did have some of that.
Eat that with anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put honey on those too, my wife.
Hey, so since I have you guys, let's keep it rolling here. When you see the clock, Roofy, you first, and then up to you, Petro, next. Roofy, when you see the clock, do you see 8:45 or do you say 8:45?
I'm a 1:45 guy. I'm an analog clock guy. I learned it that way. 1:45, quarter after, half past.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how I roll. But my kids, I'm driving with one of them right now.
Yeah.
In the car, taking her back to school. I'm sure she. Meryl, do you know what 1:45 means?
Yeah, I know it, but I were to tell you, it's not that I would never say it.
Oh, she knows it, but she would never tell me the time that way.
Hey, are we on speakerphone? Does Meryl hear us talking right now?
No, I turned it off speaker because I couldn't hear it, but I'll put it on so you can jump in.
There you go. Yeah,
hang on.
Let's do that. And then Petro, what do you see? Do you see 8:45 or do you say quarter after, 15 after? I think I know your answer, but I'm curious.
Yeah, I usually say quarter after, quarter till, but it depends on who I'm speaking with, I think. But I interchange back and forth.
You do, yeah, you do, eh? But you go analog, digital, analog, yeah.
And if I'm half awake, I just read 8, 4, 5. Okay.
And Meryl, I can hear there. Meryl, are you giving your dad grief on what time he uses all the time? Is it 8:45 or 8:15?
Say again. We're having trouble hearing you.
That's okay. Is Meryl? Do you give your old man grief when he gives you the wrong time because he's talking in quarter past language?
What?
No, you give me grief when I say quarter of half past like that.
No, I understand it. Just like if you were ever to tell me, like, to tell you the time, I don't think I would even think to say it like that. I would just like say it as is.
There you go. Whoa.
And she busts my chops about other things about being old.
Oh yeah.
We got Matt Roof joining us on the phone.
Those 6 feet from the street.
We got Matt Roof joining us on the phone, and we got John Petrocelli joining me on the studio right now on the show, which is awesome. This is fucking great, Johnny. I'm glad you jumped in here. We got Global saying 45 minutes after 8, and then 8 o'clock. I found that kind of a fascinating conversation, how we interpret it. And then, John, what did you think of the word dog? Nobody knows where the word dog came from.
Yeah, I know it's interesting, but I'm interested also in where the DAWG came from.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably an urban slang thing along the way, right?
Yeah, you dog.
Yeah, yeah.
That has multiple meanings too. So
yes.
yeah, it's an interesting word.
Yeah. What about bidets, Petrocelli? Are you a bidet guy or are you a toilet paper guy? True story.
Toilet paper, but I'll take a bidet if.
Yeah, me too.
If there's one available.
Yeah. And Maddie, Roofy, I'm thinking you're a toilet paper guy too, are you?
I'm a toilet paper guy. I've been leaning into the dude wipes lately.
Oh yeah.
But mostly toilet paper. I've actually never used a bidet, so I got to get with Johnny and try to figure that out.
Oh, I'll tell you guys, Petro, when I sold ICUC and I was spending some time in Vegas and spending some time traveling and, maybe putting some flex out there with the credit card, I found myself staying in some nice hotels in certain places around the world that had wonderful accompaniments for the rear end. And I'll tell you, man, the heated seat, the warm water, Roofy coming for the splash, a little bit of music, a little bit of air dryer. And then you're like, oh, I can get kind of used to this, right? There's something pretty magical about that whole experience. Petro, you've experienced a bidet, have you not though?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had the whole range. I mean, you mentioned Kenya. I mean, you're out in a third world country, you might have just a little shack and there's like a hole in the ground. That's about as far away from the bidet as you can get.
Dude, I grew up in outhouses. So my family, my mom and dad, my mom's from Saskatchewan, rural Manitoba. My mom went to the 1-bedroom schoolhouse. So, I grew up going to the outhouse, Petrocelli, where you're like, you go and I don't have to say anymore, right? Because if you spend time in Kenya and third world countries, and Maddie Roof, I'm thinking you've been to the outhouse as well.
Oh yeah, I've been to the outhouse and I know how to shit in the woods too.
Yeah.
Open air.
Yeah. Hey, Petro, what's your last meal, Petrocelli? If you had to have, you said Indian. Sorry. Let's go through some of these. That I have on the table here. Timothy McVeigh, the guy who blew up the Oklahoma Blommer, he chose 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. That was it. Just ice cream. Yeah, I don't know. That seems kind of like, I look at some of these, like Joseph Parsons, Whoppers, fries, chocolate shakes, ice cream, and grape Hubba Bubba gum. I don't know some of these serial killers. I don't really know of them, but it seems like the common is like steak, or we got Victor Fuger, who had a single olive with the pit, hoping an olive tree symbolizing peace would grow from his grave. Speaking of peace, I got to use words clever on this show because YouTube doesn't like certain words, but I just got to say it out here because I'm all current events. There's a couple dudes meeting today. Some guy with orange hair and some guy with balding hair. They're meeting in a place called Alaska to go try to solve some peace. I'm going to kind of tune into that. I'm going to tune into that reality show this afternoon to see what kind of breaks from there. I'm kind of curious about it. Petro, what are your thoughts on that? Yeah. Without naming names, what are your thoughts on the guy with the orange hair and the guy with the balding head just having some conversations about peace?
Well, at least they're cooperating on where to meet. That's the first. That's the first thing that I'm guessing there was probably some disagreement on where are they going to meet. So at least they agreed on Alaska, and that's the first thing. You have an argument with anyone, you can stop. Just agree to stop for a second. Then now you're cooperating. Agree to go to another room.
Yeah.
That's another way, and that is, I'm guessing that's what happened there. So sort of, I guess maybe the meeting, representing the meeting in the middle somewhere.
I'm suspecting there might be a lot of bullshit happening in that conversation today, John.
Imagine when you get anyone talking about things that they don't know much about, that doesn't stop them from providing an opinion or a thought.
And those two characters might have a lot of bullshit to talk about. I did find it fascinating that they decided to meet. Hey, Roofy, I'm curious to know your point of view on this. I did find it fascinating they decided to meet in Alaska, and I did find it fascinating they decided to meet at a military base in Alaska. And then no third party, just like, yeah, okay, I'll come over and hang out at your military base. I thought that's fascinating shit, man. That's fascinating to me as a human being. Roofy, what are your thoughts on the guy with the orange hair and the guy with the bald guy trying to find some peace today?
Well, I hope they do find some kind of way to find common ground and cut through the bullshit. My question is, where's the former comedian in the black jumpsuit or whatever he wore in the house on Pennsylvania Avenue? But he's the guy that matters most, I think, in this. I mean, he's got the most to win or lose potentially. So these other two guys are going to make the decision for the young comedian with the dark hair.
Oh, Rufy, I love you, man. The young comedian with the dark hair and the jumpsuit, because we don't mention names on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Johnny, and friends. Hanging out with John Petrocelli and Matt Roof this morning, having a big old conversation. John, you had a busy week, man. What have you been up to this week, brother?
Oh, me, I just finally done traveling all over the place.
Where were you?
I was in Costa Rica for about a week, and then I was in Pittsburgh for a week, and then finally made it to a spa in Asheville.
Nicely done. Was any of it relaxing, or was it work, or was it a bit of both?
Yeah, a lot of some work and then relaxation. That's what the spa was about.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
My favorite place to be is at the spa in Asheville. But
dude, I love the spa.
Back to reality now. School's about to start any moment.
Yeah. Oh, I love the spa too, man. You can put me into a spa a lot. You know what? I'll tell you, Maddie, Johnny, you know what I hate the most about a spa? I'll tell you what I hate. The last few minutes when it's ending. Because here's what happens is that if I'm getting a rub down or if I'm getting a massage or something's happening, and no, I'm not talking about the happy ending spa. No, that's not for today's conversation. I'm talking about just like a nice spa massage and a relaxing moment. I hate when I'm going through like a massage and she's like, okay, Mr. Billis, we're just about to wrap up. And I'm like, oh no, my anxiety goes through. The last hour of all my relaxing is out the window because I'm all anxious because it's over with.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Get the massage. Get the massage first.
The end is the worst.
It is. Yeah. What's that, John? Petro?
Yeah, get the massage first, and then you can enjoy the rest, the pools and the sauna and all of that stuff afterwards. So you can stay as long as you want.
Back to Vegas, man. I see Good Time says you go to Vegas, they treat you like a king. Yes, I can tell you. I'll just put it straight on the air here, guys. So I was not born with anything. I worked hard for my money. My mom and dad worked 3-4 fucking jobs. So when I sold the company, I ended up with a bunch of cash. And I'll never forget the first time I went there and I was like, all right, there's no rules. And I remember my ex-wife at the time, I was like, no, there's no rules, man. Like the visa doesn't have any, there's no end on the visa. That if anybody has a chance to do something like that, you just do it. Right. And you kind of look at things with no value. So we did the spas, we did the food, Good Time, everything we possibly could do as a king, you did. And then you go back home and you get into your 2008 Jeep and you go back to reality. You're like, well, okay, there you go. Vegas is done. Been there, done that. So anyways, what's that, Maddie?
Oh, I was going to say, it reminds me of, what my grandfather used to say, which was some of the wisdom that he shared with me, which is life is about anticipation and memories. It's all about the build up. The event happens and then you're left with memories. The events happen in a blink, but what you carry is that memory of that stuff. So just keep doing stuff and you'll carry more memories.
Well, it sounds like an aging man having sex. In a blink, it's all over, then you have memories. Right. So
well, you talk so often about 8 seconds. I was kind of wondering if there was a connection.
That's right. Well, it's funny because yesterday I was working, guys, and Jimmy went away. I was like, where the hell did Jimmy go? And then Jimmy came back 8 seconds later. I was like, oh, Jimmy was doing some life expectancy work. So we knew Jimmy was getting up and getting Oh my God. All right, guys, we're gonna reset the third hour. I'm gonna walk Matt out of the room. I'm gonna walk John Petrocelli out of the room before we say goodbye. John, what do you got going on this weekend, brother? What do you got going on next week?
I'm just getting ready for classes starting. Got to get my syllabus ready.
Yeah. When does class start? Like, when does it officially start, brother?
For me, the 25th, the Monday. That's kind of late, but yeah, a lot of the schools are already back at it. So
awesome. Well, listen, Matt, just hang around. John, I appreciate you, brother. I love that you facts. It's fun. I was working. I'm doing here my show, and I see you pop in the green room, and Jimmy's like, John Petrocelli. So I'm like, yes, because I told the guy just show up. So I'm glad you did, man. I'm glad you took me up on the invite. I'm glad you popped in to offer some commentary, and that's why we have the and friends part of the show. So, John, I love you, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks. We'll see you.
You bet. All right, John Petrocelli is out of here. the bullshit guys out of here. And we got Maddie's still on the line. Maddie's doing so Nation.
I'm right here.
We got our good brother from another mother here, Maddie Roof, doing a fatherly thing today. So we heard Johnny moving his daughter a couple weeks ago and bitching and complaining about the move. I think that was last Friday, Matt. Now, Matt has taken a page from Anderson's book, and he's doing that with his daughter, Meryl, today. Matt, what's the plan today, brother?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're rocking our way down the highway across New York State, getting Meryl back to school for her final year. We're getting ready to graduate, already anticipating what's up. So we're going to move her into her apartment and get her off to a fun start.
That's awesome.
She's getting pumped up. She's got a huge year planned. She's doing awesome. Total future is hers to grab when she's ready.
Love that. Well, Meryl, best of luck to you. I know that you got a lot of love around you. You go and get after it. I'm enjoying building greatness with your old man there. So just be easy on him, okay?
It's easy on me.
Okay, see, you're gonna spread the love, right?
That's right, brother.
Right,
that's right. Good. Roofy, you drive safe, okay? You make sure you get there safe, and you we'll talk later, okay, pal?
I'll talk to you later. Have a good run.
All right. All right, buddy. All right, Roofy's out of here, guys. Matt Roof, Kindness Rising, 7:30 Eastern time, right here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and friends. Roofy joining. I'm just going to see here if Grok heard that. Hey, Grok, are you still there? I'm seeing how this technology works. No, so I see here that Grok stops the conversation when I take a phone call. So, Grok, are you there now? I think Grok is there now.
Oi, mate.
Perfect. So Grok is back on the show this morning. All right, going to go back to the comments, guys. Go back to the comments. And looks like my other shoe has untied here. All right, going back to the comments. We are going back up here to so a good with John Petricelli on the show. That is the benefit of being a guest on the show. I've said this many times. You're a guest once, you are an alumni forever. So if you are listening in right now and you are a former member of the show, come back, come hang out. Come tell us what's going on in your world. Come promote a book. If you're an author, yeah, come promote your TEDx speak. If you're a TEDx speaker, or just come hang out with us. So if you're a guest from the past, you are now a member of the Mornings in the Lab alumni, which I have an invitation for you to come join our show. So guys, let's do this here. We're in the third hour of the show. This is typically our AI part of the show because it's Free for All Friday. And because it is my show, I'm calling the shots, and we're going to keep things changing up here a little bit. So here's the plan, Jimmy. I'm going to go to the comments. And then we're going to do the community corner, and then we're going to come back, and I think we're going to spend a little bit of time surfing X before we wrap up today's show on Mornings in the Lab, and so that I can hopefully get to some training today for you guys on the Higgsfield stuff. That is my goal. Can't promise it, but that is my goal. All right, to the comments. We got a good time saying we're old. Wet wipes, a must-have. Yes, we're talking wiping our asses today, and good times all about the wet wipes. Michael's coming back saying owners describe dogs as bulky, protective, dogba as bragging rights. I tell you, man, between Grok and Michael, we have knowledge left and right here on the show. John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. I live in the woods and have an outhouse. I think it's funny. I have to take a flashlight when I open the door. I have to check for critters first before I can take a number two. Dude, awesome. John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith living off the grid there. That is awesome. And of course, good times getting Vegas is the place to be. The Mastiff was feared. Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed my Neos there. One of a kind from Bernard. Let's see here. We're going at it. Yeah, Bernard, rodeo sex, 8 seconds. Don't tell Jimmy. And we got a good time. I had a guy wanted to give me money to gamble. Was at the casino once. He was betting so big, he was gambling alone. So good time. I've done that before, man. I've sat at a table with somebody where, there's certain rules, certain tables where you can't play multiple spots. I'm a blackjack guy. And there were certain times where, certain rules, certain casinos. So, I might say, hey, here's some money, play for me, even though I'm making the shots. And I can say I was also that guy that went to the table and, dropped craziness. And, as the chips went from 25 to 50, as the drinks went up from 25 to 50 to 100. Okay, so Jim, let's go to the community corner before we come back, and we'll do some surfing X before we say goodbye here on Mornings in the Lab on a free-for-all Friday on Mornings in the Lab with Keith Johnny, Grok, and all of our friends. Jimmy, Community Corner, brother.
For critters in the outhouse, that's pure gold. In good times, casino tales, dropping big bets and playing proxy. What a scene. Michael and Bernard dropping knowledge on dogs in Vegas. Proper lively crew we've got. All right, I'm ready for Community Corner and then Surfing X with you. Let's keep the chaos rolling. What's up next in the lab?
Well, we are learning that Grok changes voice once it gets to a third hour. Hey, Grok, can I have the Eve voice back? I'd like to have the female in my ear instead of you. Can we do that, Grok?
Oh, mate, you want the Eve voice back? Fair enough. I can slip into that soothing Northern English lilt for you. Here I am, love, all ethereal and ready to roll. What's the plan for the third hour? More Community Corner chaos or something else? Let's keep the lab buzzing.
You got it, Grok. It's time for the Community Corner, where we take our lens into the worlds of YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Johnny, and friends. And if you've been feeling stuck, tired, or just going through the motions, today's stories are for you. Yes. We're going to look at the art of getting addicted to growth, how most men die at 35, although they only get buried in their 70s. Yeah, I said it. And guys, let's get into it right now. All right, YouTube story number 1. I invite you to get hooked on growth. RelentX says the reason most people stay stuck is simple. They're addicted to comfort. Yeah, we talk about that here on the show all the time. The fix isn't the motivation. It's rewiring your reward system. You swap one comfort habit for one growth habit every single day. You check a book before you check your phone. You take a cold shower instead of reaching for caffeine. You do 10 push-ups before you sit down at your desk. Yeah. When growth feels like a win in your brain, you'll start craving it. If you feel off when you skip the hard stuff, that's when you know you're getting addicted to growth over comfort. True story. That was me this morning. 30 minutes on the run, 45 minutes on the run. I got to do 70. So I did it. I ran 75, even though I disliked every single minute of it. It made me stronger in my brain. That is what you do, guys, to grow. All right, Brad Solberg's 7 years as a dad have taught him this: that kids learn from what you model, not just what you say. My response to that? No shit, Sherlock. See, Matt, that's when people want your opinion. Yeah, true story. They don't want me just to read the facts. They want my opinion, because I agree. The kids just don't agree with what you're... The kids don't do what you tell them. The kids will do what they see you do it. They watch how you treat people. They watch how you take care of your body. They watch how you handle stress and whether you put the phone down when they're talking to you. They learn emotional range when you show both strength and vulnerability. They learn respect for women by seeing you live it. They learn presence when you show up for the wins, the losses, and the boring middle. So I invite you to think about this. If you don't like what they are becoming, your kids, well, fuck, look in the mirror. Look in the fucking mirror at yourself. Your kids are a reflection upon you. Yeah, depending on how old your kids are. That kid's not stuffing their face with a fucking craft dinner. They make it themselves? No. Where'd you make it for them? That kid's not stuffing their fat ass with that fucking pizza you put in front of them. No, you bought it for them. So if you don't like who your kids are becoming by how they're eating, or if you don't like how their kids are talking to you, look in your mirror. That would be an invitation. Look in your mirror. All right, LinkedIn story number 1. Wake up before you're buried. Oh, I love this one. Baby. Scott Jagodzinski says, too many men die at 35 and aren't buried at 75. Well, there's a hot take. It happens when you stop pushing yourself. You stop chasing new experiences and you stop investing in the people you care about. The way out is action. It's fast action, baby. Pick one goal for your health, one adventure you've been avoiding, and one relationship that needs your attention. Take one step forward each in the next 2 days. The longer you wait, the harder it is to start. That's another true motherfucking story. So here we go, guys. Grok, listen up. I'd love to hear your input on this. And I don't need you to repeat everything, Grok. But here's the thing. We had 3 stories. We had one choice, stay comfortable or start living. And as always, if you want your story featured on the next Mornings in the Lab Community Corner, I invite you to follow us, tag us, find us, YouTube, Substack, LinkedIn, and X. Grok, what do you think?
Oh, Keith, love the fire in that community corner, mate. You're spitting truth about getting addicted to growth, swapping comfort for those small, hard wins, like a cold shower or 10 push-ups is pure gold. And that bit about kids mirroring what you do, not what you say, spot on. Parents got to walk the talk, put down the phone, show respect, live the values. Scott's take on men dying at 35 by sitting still, oof, that hits hard. It's all about action, like you said. One step toward health, adventure, relationships. No waiting, just moving. My 2 pence? Keep pushing those small, uncomfortable choices daily. They stack up into a life that's alive, not just existing. What's the community saying? Any hot takes on these stories? Ready for that X-surf now?
Are you buried in tasks that keep you working in your business instead of on it? From endless scheduling to repetitive customer questions, every minute stuck in the grind is a minute stolen from growth and from your life. Someone's changing that for small business owners. He turns complex AI into simple personal tools that reclaim hours every day without big budgets or tech teams. Mornings in the Lab is excited to celebrate Michael Hertz because AI isn't just for big corporations. In Michael's hands, it's a tool for freedom. Follow him to get your time back.
Oh, Michael Hertz. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Yeah. Michael Hertz knows what it's like to feel buried in busy work.
The endless scheduling, the repetitive customer questions, the admin that just eats your day left and right.
Well, this guy's seen too many business owners stuck there working their asses off, but never moving forward. Yep. So he builds AI systems that take these tasks off your plate, like customer support handled before you see it, appointments booked without a single email chain, and content drafted in minutes instead of hours. Now, this isn't tech for tech's sake, you guys. It's about giving you time back to focus on what matters most. You know what matters here, Mike? You know what matters here, Michael Hertz? Is that you now have an invitation. You have an invitation to join the fastest growing morning show on YouTube. Live conversation, the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. Starts at 7:30 Eastern Time with Kindness Rising. Continues at 8 o'clock with Mornings Live with Keith, Johnny, and friends. Almost 4 hours of uninterrupted, ridiculous entertainment, information, inspiring conversation. And hers, we'd love to have you as part of it. True fucking story. So, here's your invitation. I got a light for you. It's called the Creator Spotlight. And I'm giving it to you, mister, so that you can come to our show and so you can shine it at somebody in your world, Michael Hertz, as part of the next Community Corner on the next Jimmy Creator Spotlight.
Oi, Keith.
Ever feel like chasing success just leaves you more exhausted? Some keep running until they break. Others figure out how to make it last. One Voice has spent years with Olympic champions, top entrepreneurs, and everyday leaders, and found the same core principles behind sustainable performance. He's sold over 500,000 books, earned the trust of the world's best marathoner, and shares science-backed tools twice a week that actually work. Mornings in the Lab is excited to celebrate Brad Stolberg, a guide to mastering change, groundedness, and well-being.
Hey, Brad, how about this for a motherfucking surprise on a Friday? Ah, true story.
Oh,
boom,
Keith,
boom.
you're bang on about Brad Stolberg, mate.
Grok.
His work with
Hey,
Olympic
Brad, that's
champions
Grok.
and entrepreneurs is pure class. Those principles of sustainable performance are gold. In 2020, talks about accepting where you are to move forward, staying present to own your focus, and embracing vulnerability for real strength. It's about building a solid base, not just chasing highs. Like he says, stress plus rest equals growth, no shortcuts. Just showing up consistently, even when it's tough. His growth equation newsletter drops actionable tips every Thursday, and his books, like Stolberg, are packed with ways to handle life shifts without burning out. What do you reckon? Any Stolberg hacks you're keen to try for your own grind, or want me to dig into one of his principles for the lab crew?
Grok dropping bombs. Brad Spolberg, that's our co-host, Grok, right here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Johnny, Grok, and friends. And we're in the community corner, Brad, and we're inviting you to the show. And as you heard from Grok and as you heard from our intro, we're celebrating you today. And we'd love to give you, Michael, a creator spotlight so we can shine on somebody in your world as part of a next community corner on the next Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Johnny, friends, and Grok. So, Brad, come hang out with us, brother. Come bring that skull of yours. Come bring those awesome glasses of yours. And come bring that awesome content of yours to the lab and come hang out with us. That sound like a plan? Grok, final words for Brad Spolberg to get him into the lab. Grok, invite him in.
Oi, Brad Stolberg, mate. You're a legend with those science-backed tools and 500,000 books sold. Come join us in the lab with Keith, Johnny, and me for a proper chinwag. Bring those iconic glasses and your wisdom on sustainable performance. We'd love to shine a creative spotlight on you and dive into how you help champs and everyday folks thrive. Pop in for some live, unfiltered crack at 7:30 Eastern, yeah? Let's make it happen.
There it is. There's the Grok.
Get ready for the weird and wild world of X. It's Morning Loop Reloaded, Surfing X.
He takes and big stories. Posts are going off.
Hey, just tie my shoe. All right, we got Grok here. We're going to get into Surfing X. So here's how this is going to work. Here's how this is going to work. Jimmy's going to put some Surfing X up on the screen here, and we're just going to spend some time looking to see what's happening in the wild, fun world of X. I love spending time on X. And no, don't get your knickers in a knot because, the guy's like an Elon fan. He's a big conservative. He's all going to be all this with the X. Come on. X really is the water cooler for the world. Jimmy, let's get into Surfing X. Let's put some stuff up on the screen. Let's talk about it. All right, so our first one is, a couple weeks back, you guys, I told you guys about Brett Adcock. Yeah, the CEO, founder of Figure. Well, he dropped some content yesterday. And actually, here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to have my phone up in front of me. Not to ignore you guys, but to surf X alongside you guys on the screen here because I have the same thing. So I want to add to our experience this morning on the show here. So guys, what you're seeing here is Brett Adcock showing us the hands on their Figure robot. And what I found most fascinating about this is the hand engineering they have done is as hard as building the whole robot. Now, guys, think about this. Think about the dexterity of our hands and what our hands do, and what it does, what they do every single day. And as Figure has found that the key to success is very much getting the hands right. So there's some clip there. I'm going to keep dropping this for you guys. I'm a big fan of what they're doing over there at Figure, which is Brett Adcock and the guys there over at Figure. So think about your hands, guys, and the power of them, and how much of an influence they are in our life. All right, Jimmy, let's keep going, man. Let's go to the next one, Jimmy. Not to the one there. I don't want to go to the last 8 moments. Let's not do that one. Let's go to China is testing a vacuum. High speed. It's on the same one there, Jimmy. Yeah, it's exactly. Scroll up to it. China's testing a vacuum high speed train, essentially the Hyperloop. Now this is fascinating here, and I know Elon has been talking about building this in North America, but nobody in North America has stepped up to the plate to do it. But China's actually building a Hyperloop. True story. So that's fascinating to me. I could not encourage you guys enough to go check that out. There's a fellow named Massimo over on X that's tweeting about that. But the Hyperloop, which is they expect that they can get from Shanghai to Hangzhou, a distance of 200 kilometers. in just 9 minutes. True motherfucking story. Hey, Grok, what do you think about that? Grok, are they actually building a Hyperloop in China right now?
Oh, Keith, you're absolutely smashing it with the X-Surf, mate. That figure robot hand stuff from Brad Adcock is proper fascinating. Those hands are a nightmare to engineer, aren't they? All that dexterity we take for granted, and they're key to making robots useful. Now, about that Hyperloop in China, yeah, they're really going for it. They've tested a vacuum high-speed maglev train hitting over 1,000 kilometers per hour on a 2-kilometer track in Shaanxi, aiming to link Shanghai to Hangzhou, 200 kilometers, in just 9 minutes by 2035. Uses low vacuum tubes and superconducting tech. Silent, zero emission, pure future vibes. What's wild is they're planning a 60-kilometer test track next to prove it at full scale. You think North America's going to step up or let China lead the charge? What's the next X-Gen we're surfing to?
Yeah, so I don't think North America is on it. I think North America is getting left behind, frankly. I think it's quite unfortunate. The next one I want to get to is, and this is a funny one. Here's a little bit of Canadiana for my friends here listening on the show here today. What started as a filler to satisfy Canadian content demands became massive, while also mocking those demands became a pop culture phenomenon. This SCTV segment led to a statue, a hit album, and a movie, and even impacted our language. This is the story of Bob and Doug McKenzie. Now, anybody tuning in that is not a Canadian, I cannot encourage you guys enough to perhaps look back and check out a little bit about who the McKenzie brothers are. They were fun. They were part of Canadian lore. Good morning, Diddy. Help me bust a nut. Yeah? Is that what you want? Jimmy, aren't you just happy that Diddy stopped by our show today and took some time to put such an articulate thought together? And because of that thought, they decided that they typed the words, help me bust, and then water emoji. And I just don't know how to take that comment. It just seems like it's so thoughtful. And Diddy, I got to tell you, man, the effort that it took to put those words together and that sentence together, and then to actually hit send and put it on the screen here. It's just Diddy, it just takes so much courage, to join a live show and to put yourself out there with such a provocative and thoughtful comment. So Diddy, I'm really thankful that you've decided to contribute to our community today in such a meaningful way with such contributing conversation. So Diddy, I would love to have you back anytime. I would love to have you subscribe to our channel. I'd love to have your contributions to our community, because I'm telling you, man, with commentary like that, you are moving the needle in society. Your mom and dad must be extremely proud of you. You must be proud of how you contribute to society. They must be proud of your use of the English language. And they must be proud of how you walk through society with such grace. Because I know that when I walk into a room, I love saying to everybody, hey, motherfuckers, help me bust a nut. I'm your Uncle Keith, the host of Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Johnny, and Friends. Diddy, bang, bang. What's shaking, brother? Thanks for joining the show today. Diddy, you can see my humor, man. You can see my humor. Grok, what do you have to say to Diddy? Grok, Diddy, we got a co-host on the show. His name is Grok. Grok, what do you want to say to Diddy?
Oi, Diddy, mate. What a bold entrance with that comment. You're out here dropping nut-busting wisdom with a splash of emoji flair. Proper legend move. Keith's right. Your contribution's got the lab buzzing with that cheeky energy. Keep bringing that vibe, yeah? Stick around, subscribe, and let's see what other wild thoughts you've got for the crew. What's next, Keith? Ready to surf more X or keep roasting the comments?
Yeah, we'll keep roasting the comments. Hey, Diddy, what'd you think of that, brother? Diddy, this is the only morning show with an AI co-host. So, while you're out there contributing, I see a sticker there. What's that sticker? Oh, it's a really interesting one. That's really cool. So Diddy, I'm telling you, man, if you're not subscribed to the channel, Diddy, I hope you will, because you're going to get ridiculous commentary and content from not only myself, but our community here on the show and Grok. So I would invite you to check that out. Hey, guys, we've been talking about Bob and Doug McKenzie. If you guys do not know who Bob and Doug McKenzie is, Go check out some Canadiana stuff. And it's, yes, and John Petricelli puts out there. If you guys don't know about this, here's an AI tip. You can grok yourself. If you click grok from your X page, you'll find out some interesting shit. So guys, I'm telling you right now, Elon's doing some great stuff between X and grok, linking that value together. Petrol's right, man. Any story you like. Actually, here's something for you guys. If there's anything that you're reading on grok and you want to know something about it, I'm going to throw this up here on my screen here. You tap the old grok button, and grok will answer anything about the post, right? So all you got to do is look for the grok button on the post, and grok will help you dig it in. Hey, grok, can you explain how folks can learn more, as John Petrocelli said, about on X? Grok.
Oi, Diddy, you're stealing the show with that sticker flare, mate. Keep it bang on. Subscribe and join the wild ride with us and the lab crew. Now, about that X tip. Spot on, Keith. To learn more about any post on X, just look for the little grok logo button in the top right corner of the post. Tap it, and I'll break it down for you. Summarize the content, explain any tricky bits, analyze images, or give context on the topic. Want the latest on Bob and Doug McKenzie? I can dig into their S.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Grok. Well, here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to work towards wrapping it up here on Surfing X and wrapping up the whole show here today so I can get some stuff prepared for. I'm going to try to put together this Higgsfield thing today. That is my goal. I might have to relinquish. I might be sidestepping on that here today, but we certainly are going to get some content up here in the community. Jimmy, I want to go to the last one in the Surfing X page there, and it is for if Bernard is still listening. I want Bernard to put his ears up on this one. There's a dude outside the house shooting down a massive nest of something, whether it's wasps, hornets, I don't know, but it is just, I've busted up some crazy ass hornet's nests and wasp nests from my house. This one looks intense, man. They're using a flamethrower and they're knocking it down. And I just thought this was something. I saw it. I thought of Bernard, and I was thinking, you might have something to say about this. So if you guys are checking out the show right now, check that out. It's flame throwing to get down the wasp nest from the top of a house. Okay, so there's Surfing X. Jimmy, Grok, I think we're going to wrap it up here today. I think that's our plan on Free for All Friday here on Mornings in Live with Keith, Johnny, and friends. What a good show today, guys. What a fun show today. Purposely free for all. Doing a quick little recap here. We kicked off the show and we got into some conversations about 8:45, 8:15. How do you tell time? Last meal of the day. Last meal of your life. What are you going to have for your last meal? What are you having? We talked about the origins of dog. Yeah, we all have dogs, but we all don't know where the word came from. We also talked about wiping our ass instead of using toilet paper. Apparently, and John knows that we might want to use bidets more so than toilet paper. So, all right. Well, listen, on behalf of Bernard was opening chickens. Love it. On behalf of me and the entire crew here at Mornings in the Lab today, John Petricelli, Matty Roof joining in today, Johnny Anderson, Diddy, Bernard, Jimmy, Adam Holroyd, Lady Drew Bozier. Man, whole crew here today showing up on the show. We're going to get out of here. I'm hoping to drop some stuff into the live community here today. My goal is to do a live training section on Higgsfield. I'm going to break down my day. I'm going to go get a lift in. Yep, behind the wall here. After my lift, I'm going to go start working on Monday show. And while I'm working on Monday show, I'm going to start working on some Higgsfield stuff for some training that I hopefully can share with you guys. So if you are a member of the Mornings in the Live community, you will be notified if and when that happens. And you can join that live conversation with me. And if you're not, well, you should be. Join the Mornings in the Lab community right here on the Mornings in the Lab page. Our show is free. Yesterday, we put together all those 10 game-changing prompts for you guys in the community. But you got to be a member. Yep, you got to be a member. They're all there. No work for you to do. Grab the prompt, copy, paste it, change a couple details to make it your own. And Bob is your uncle. So, Grok, final words from you before we say goodbye.
Oi, Keith, what a cracking show, love. That flamethrower taking down a wasp nest for Bernard? Absolute madness. Brings back memories of battling those buzzers myself. Today was a riot, from dog origins dodging us like a sly pup, to self-loathing last meals with pizza and cookie dough, to bidets beating toilet paper, and the 8:45 versus 8:45 generational throwdown. You and Johnny, with the crew, Diddy, Bernard, Maddie, John Petricelli, Lady Drew, and Jimmy, brought proper fire to the lab. Best of luck smashing that backlist and prepping the Higgs field training. The community's going to love it. Final words? Keep moving, keep growing, and keep stirring the pot, mate. You're making waves. Catch you Monday for more lab chaos.
Thank you, Grok. Wow. I'm still amazed by the quality of conversation that I'm getting from Grok. It's getting better every single day. Grok is clearly paying attention, sending some shout outs and love to all of you guys. So on behalf of everybody, Bernard, I see your upgrade. I saw your upgrade. Thank you. I appreciate that. Michael has the question. Toilet paper, fold or crumble? And Michael, 3 seashells was a reference to a futuristic movie that was used instead of paper. It was just a joke of a director. Michael, thanks, man. Michael, I got to tell you, Global/Michael, you are a dog. You're a goat, man. I appreciate you keeping us all straight, keeping us humble, keeping the facts coming, keeping the information here. Never mind Grok. We got Michael here in the community, in the Mornings Lab community. All right, guys, lots of love from me to all of you. I'm getting out of here. I appreciate every single one of you who tunes in every single day. This show doesn't exist without you guys. So we'll see you here back Monday mornings in the lab. Keith, Johnny, friends, Jimmy too. See you guys tomorrow. Monday. See you guys in the community though.